delivery.
I don't have cash right now. but can make
I
you
have
some.
cash. Just tell me what it is. I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
His couldn't have been more than $5 or $6. Probably, I would guess. He's
I,
got.
I don't know what's wrong with my PayPal.
What, you got
this is
nuggets
not
and
working. The only
fries?
thing I have that works is Cash App for my phone, so that's why I have to do cash most of the time.
You've already missed your opportunity.
The Sprite was $1.99. The fries were $2 and change. So that's $4.
Oh, we're live.
Cool. Hello. Apparently we're live. I didn't realize that we had went live. We were still talking about the DoorDash that's about to be here. Thank you to all you wonderful DoorDash people that bring us snacks.
Hashtag sponsored.
Snacky
Oh, man, that's a Coke Zero. That looks great. No, I'm just kidding. I got a water.
I don't say you. Don't have one.
I got one out truck.
Anyway, we're gonna do a quick recap of last week's session, and then we're gonna get right into it because we have a lot to get through, and we got to get down basically to business. So, last session, the gravy train went down into the depths of the Undercity, explored the Golgari areas, and we're wandering through one of the strange, overgrown fungi-infested forests. As they kind of came into a clearing, it seemed as if it was going to be smooth sailing until a couple of Gorgon assassins showed up and made life very hard for them. Literally hard. 3 of our party members were petrified from the Gorgons, but our wizard and our bard, they pulled together somehow and managed to defeat the Gorgons, and that's pretty much where we are right now, is that we got Skriznet and Lizica, the wizard and bard, wiping up the Gorgon blood off of their faces, and everyone else is petrified. So that's where we're at.
Where are you at this time?
Like our location? We're right next to each other.
Okay,
right
we
next
are
to
next to
Rocky,
each
yeah.
other.
That's
We're-
where we ended the fight, right next to each other. So
So yes, Skriz just looks up at Liska like, "Wow, this is a new one. It's usually me and Pig that last one standing, and it's you this time. Maybe
Here
you're
I
not as
am.
maybe you're not as bad as we thought you were. Not me personally, but I think Rocky has some hard feelings towards
I
you.
gotcha.
yeah.
I gotcha. I can see
So
that.
with them petrified,
Mhm.
do magical items get petrified also?
Everything that they were carrying in their possession is
I
petrified.
thought there was a special rule for magic items.
Not if they're-
Okay,
if
I was
they-
just making
if they-
sure-
if they are wearing it, it's petrified. If they
That
are
way, if we have to
carrying
go
it,
somewhere to get
it is
stuff
not petrified.
that we don't leave magical items that are just, hey guys, take all this stuff.
Yeah, like if it was a weapon in their hand or something, it's still there,
So what about the bag of holding?
yeah, that-
petrified.
Petrified. Okay.
If they were wearing it, it's petrified.
All right. Well, because I'm pretty sure there's some gold in there.
Also, you're at 0, right?
Yeah, I'm on death saves.
You can't be in death saves because currently you're not really
So-
alive,
So does his death save?
but you're not
like-
really dead.
So his death. He's like in a.
He does. He's in like a weird limbo.
So
You're in
it's-
carbon freezing right
So,
now.
yeah. So like when he comes out, then he starts making death
Yes.
saves. But we wouldn't know that.
You guys have no idea of knowing.
We wouldn't
that,
know
no.
that. Yeah.
But if you guys drop him and pieces of stone break off him,
Yeah.
they're gone.
They
His
do.
arm falls off of
So-
the stone, it's gone.
I don't even think.
When the fireball hit, I made rolls for structural damage. Fortunately, they were good. So nothing permanent happened.
here before I
Just the chip of your hoof came off.
You know today. was
Don't
his
worry,
birthday.
Elfin will come back for that.
Elfin's petrified too, thankfully.
You know today's Chris Farley's birthday.
Is it?
He would have been 59 years old.
Wow.
And he'd only been 59.
Our homies.
Well.
Fucking love me some Farley.
We love Chris Farley here.
So anyway, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go ahead, cast a spell. Let's get them back to normal so we can go on to our business.
Yeah. I don't have a spell that can do that, unfortunately. You know.
Oh, man, really?
Really.
You have fireball?
I do have fireball. I
Damn.
don't think that's gonna help in this situation.
It'll make them easier to carry. And then we'll just go up to the top and we'll get some mortar and we'll just put them back together. Can we do that?
I don't know if that's how that
Why
works.
are you laughing at me when I say this?
It's a nervous reaction.
So what are we to do? We can't carry them out of here.
No.
They're pretty heavy.
Yeah. I mean, we both have
And
negative
and
ones
your
or
your
modifiers.
bag of holding is petrified with whoever. had
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
So, like, my worry is, like, we saw them trying to drag off Rocky.
Exactly.
that if we leave, we might come back. And
So
they might
as
be
of-
gone.
Grand Theft Minotaur.
You'll be able to follow
So-
the drag marks.
Yeah, he's pretty heavy.
Okay, so do you know how we go about getting them squishy again?
Well, we'd probably have to find help from a cleric or something.
Well,
on
our
the
cleric is
surface.
frozen. Into
Well, fortunately, there are more clerics in Ravnica.
good. I hope
But-
they're better.
I hear this.
You have no idea what's going on around you. To you,
Um,
you're in a state of nothing.
So laying around here, what's on the ground? What does the ground look like? What's it?
The
consist
ground
of?
in here has a combination of like moss and dirt. There's not really grass per se.
Any like rocks or like?
Yeah, there's stones and
If I was to
rocks.
search, could I find like something that looked like a piece of like gypsum or coal?
I'd say coal, maybe not.
Maybe like limestone, something that would like
Yeah,
leave
I'd
like a
say
little
if-
white chalky
I'd
residue.
say, I'd say if you looked, you probably could.
Do-
I'd say a survival check on that,
that's fair.
or a nature check, whichever one. If you have proficiency in one or the other,
Which one is it?
either one, survival or nature. I feel like both those things would kind of fall in that category.
Mm. If I can help you look and give you advantage.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Go,
Okay.
I got 5.
Oh,
go ahead and roll again because you probably have better.
oh
survival than I
no.
do.
Okay, that was a 16.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of rock are you trying to find?
Just a small one, like maybe like a little piece of gypsum or limestone. That way I
I'd
could.
say yeah. You found some limestone.
Okay, so what I do is I go to Rocky and Elvin, and I etch in them property of Skriznet, so nobody takes them while we're gone.
I'm not trying to be insulting to your character. Can you spell property?
Of course
Of
it's
Skriznet.
misspelled. It's like Propty, and it's like OV, and then Skriznet's is spelled right.
Person.
But and then I
Okay.
do it's misspelled to hell, but it's better than it was, you know.
So it says property of Skriznet on both of everybody down there. So what is your
Where'd
what,
you etch this in?
what is your actual plan? Like, what are you guys planning on doing now?
Well, we're going to have to go. We can't just leave them.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to leave them here, but We're gonna
Yeah,
have to go
we're
find-
gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to go back up and find help. But I mean, I guess we're gonna have to leave them here. I mean, we can try and do our best to like cover them with something to make them look more like actual statues than petrified.
oh, that would be a
Oh,
good
they
idea.
look like statues.
Yeah, but like
Well,
But
how
with there
about we
being-
put moss and mud all over them that make
Yeah.
it looks like they've been here for a while?
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to think.
But
Like
don't cover it up to.
because
I
like
don't-
knowing that the Gorgons know, assuming they know that they can turn people into statues, at least making them seem like they've been here longer.
Well,
we have a
Speaking
higher
of the
chance them
Gorgons,
not being able to-
The
are the
guy-
bodies nearby?
Yeah.
I'd like to inspect them. Maybe they have something that might help with. So I'm gonna inspect all 3 bodies.
Make I will say investigation check, and I'm gonna roll to see if they have a thing or
I'm
not
gonna close this
on one of
It's
my many
emptiness of it.
many random tables that I.
So I
I
get a
keep.
+4.
It was not the slantiness.
So they have some pretty standard equipment. The longbows that they were using are non-magical. There's probably between all of them, I'd say maybe a half a dozen plus 1 arrows. Like regular arrows for a bow, not a
Oh, I got
crossbow.
a crossbow. And I'm not.
Their weapons are pretty standard. Nothing magical. Their cloaks, the armor that they're wearing. The description that you saw in the book, though, as you're kind of inspecting these particular gorgons, because you do know that these are gorgons, was that they don't really match the description perfectly as to what the storybooks that you guys read earlier were. As in, they have legs,
Yeah.
right? And all the
I remember.
stories that you read, the gorgons had like snake torsos and
Do we remember if the ones that were attacking us in the Solar Spire, do those ones have legs or not? I don't remember.
some of them did,
Okay.
some of them didn't. But these look almost like half Gorgons, not full Gorgons. Or if there is a process for Gorgonization, they're like partway through it.
There's a word for it, so that means it must be true.
Well,
I actually just made the
Isn't
word
the
up because it
Golgo-
sounded like a
Does sound
word.
like a real word.
the Golgarians are one. No, they're not the one that. No, it's the swarm that does the like body parts. and all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, the Simic is-
Simic Combine. Never mind then.
They do undead stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind.
From what you remember reading in the book, though, the actual Gorgon property is a curse, much like lycanthropy or vampirism, but it's a willing kind of thing, right?
Interesting.
For being a vampire or lycanthrope, most times people would be willing to do that.
Mhm.
Gorgons are kind of cursed by deities or by an item or something like that. You don't know that Gorgons are actually born in the traditional sense that other creatures are born. But none of you are what you would call experts on Gorgons.
That's fair.
It was a really good children's book.
So I'm gonna turn to Scribs and be like, I don't know how much gold you're sitting at, but I've got nothing, and clerics don't usually come cheap.
I'll have a big whopping 6 gold pieces.
Oh
I
boy.
should even trade. If I was
So were you holding that rapier when you? I think you were, right?
I think he sheathed that
want-
bad boy.
Yeah, because I was getting pissed at it.
Damn. That's rough.
I think
Because I remember he
sheathed
was
that
using it
thing.
at one point, but
I can roll to see if I threw it on the ground.
that's up to the DM.
I didn't like it.
I feel like that's kind of up to you. If you
Okay.
feel that your character would have got frustrated and thrown it, I can't make that like decision for you.
You got 6 weapons.
All right, if it's even, I threw it on the ground.
Okay. Odd.
Sheath.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like
that thing
I
could've
feel
helped
like
us a
that's
little
not
bit.
out of character for you if you get a thing and it's not
Yeah.
doing what you wanted
Yeah.
to do. You, I very well believe you could have thrown it down.
Suck it in the
So-
ground to hit that.
Just
No.
when you guys were trying to repair the door and like the hammer and you guys were messing with the screws and stuff, like I feel like he could be like, yeah, this is terrible and I don't want to use that.
Okay.
Well, do you think the Boros would have clerics, wouldn't they?
They have clerics.
Yeah, I mean, we could always ask. I mean,
And
the
we
worst
just put it
we
on
do-
Rocky's tab.
Well, you know that there are general clerics within Ravnica. This is just knowledge that you guys would know
Mhm.
just from living in Ravnica that don't have any affiliations with any guilds.
Mhm.
There are some. Anything that would be like an organized church would be Orzhov.
Mhm.
There are clerks within the Azorius, and there are clerics within the Boros, and there are clerics within the Selesnya.
Wang's a cleric.
Ooh.
Wang is also, yeah, he's called a battlefield medic, but he
Mm.
is a cleric.
Well, I mean, we could always try and find Wayne. I don't know how strong of a cleric he is, but at the very least, he could potentially get us help.
How we're what in the 5th precinct
You guys are under the city.
under the city.
Yeah.
But where did we enter at?
So the bridge something.
You went under the dead bridge.
the dead bridge. What do
You guys have been traveling for, I want to say, a couple hours.
couple hours?
And yeah, I
Okay.
want to say you're in the 5th precinct.
All right.
Like when you come out, it would be the
That would
5th
be-
precinct.
Okay,
Of course, you have to find your way back out.
exactly.
Your guide is turned to stone.
Yeah, and I know a little bit, but I've only been down here so many.
I wasn't
times.
talking about you. You weren't the one that led them down here.
So
Because you've been down here, but
Mhm.
you came in through different parts.
I
You never
definitely-
really went
I don't
this
think
way.
I don't think my character would come through this way.
No. Like you're a wizard. You're not
Nothing on
a
them
you're
that
not a,
we could
Exactly.
not a
find.
ranger.
I would want to try ways. That
You would
aren't-
find the least amount of nature you have to get through to get.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are a pain in our asses.
That's fine.
So
That's
while I need you guys to make perception checks.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Don't fail me now.
15 for me.
Wow,
Ooh, that's pretty good.
17.
So even in the darkness, you're able to see this little tiny figure approach underneath some of the leaves and stuff from the opening that you guys came through the forest. And
So
you-
the way we came from.
the way that you guys came from to
Okay.
get here. It's a very short, little, tiny creature. You see it has little tiny arms kind of carrying up by itself and big. All you see is kind of like the outline of it. Even with dark vision, if you have it,
Mm.
you're like, who is this? And then as like a little glimmer of light goes by, you see this big circular one eye.
It's Mike Wazowski, guys. Sorry, I can't stop making that joke.
Man, you guys got long legs.
Fizzleplip.
Were you following us?
Yeah, I thought we were best friends now.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I got a lot of best friends.
Plus, I mean, like, I went to go see the Orzhov, right? And they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to give you your money. And then they didn't. And then that guy basically, oh, man, what happened to that guy?
Well, he turned into a statue. And
Like, on his own?
no, with the help of some snake people.
The Gorgonites.
He looks at you in kind of puzzlement. Gorgons?
Yep. Those are
That
the
sounds
ones.
bad.
It is very bad.
It's an expensive cure.
I know.
You wouldn't happen to have that cure, would you? Are you a cleric?
Well, I'm not a cleric, but I have a thing. Like, I don't know if it'll work.
I got a thing too.
I can try.
Hey, any ideas we got right now?
Yes, anything with. Because if you do, you turn him. Yeah, he'll definitely be your best friend.
So, I don't know. I don't even know if it's gonna work, and I can only do it like a couple times a day, or like a week, or I don't know. Maybe I can only do it a couple times ever. I've never had to do it before. Well, no, I did it one other time, when that guy in the Azorius, man, he got ripped in half.
Oh.
Yeah, by a giant. Oh, it was terrible. And I was like, "Wah," and I did some things, and he was fine.
You did what?
It made like this, like basically like this big beacon of just. They said it came out of my eye, and then I thought about it really hard about him not being and ripped in half. And
Oh,
then he-
okay, so you didn't do the ripping in half.
no,
Oh, God, that would be horrible.
but it
You're
like,
trying to heal them and they just go.
it put him back together. It was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know that I could do that or even how often I can do it.
Well, if I were you, I would try Elvin first.
So let's say hypothetically that I can only do this like once. Which one do you like better?
Okay,
I was
it's not
not-
the issue that
That's not the issue.
I think we should do Rocky first, just because one, he has the bag of holding on him, and two, he has that rapier, which is very expensive on him.
So Rocky is the little one.
He's the big Minotaur guy,
So the little one.
Sure.
the one with the horns.
The guy that doesn't have horns?
No, the one with the sword, not the.
Got it. So,
We're just gonna figure it. Hopefully he gets
Yeah.
right. We'll see where he goes with it.
okay, so
Yeah, whatever you do, just.
all right,
yeah.
I'm gonna try some Fibblethip things, and I'll see if I can do that thing again. I might not even be able to do it again. That might have been like a one-time thing. I don't know.
Just don't rip them apart.
Well, I didn't know it fixed them. So
Oh, did it fix them after you ripped them apart?
I didn't. It was a giant that ripped him apart. I didn't. Look at my tiny little arms. I can't rip anything apart.
Oh, okay. I hope you don't rip them apart.
Okay, so the guy with the horns.
Yes.
Got it. So you see Fibblethip. He approaches the petrified form of Rocky. And then he looks at him. And then he looks over at Elvin. And he kind of points at Elvin like, that's the guy. That one? That one?
Whatever, man. Just do
or,
it.
Or that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Got it. Okay. So he's like, he starts humming and making like a weird little Fibblethip, like, I think if I'm louder, it might work better. And he closes his eye, and he puts his hands on like his little head.
He rips them apart. I'm gonna be mad.
I'm gonna be angry. And you see this like faint radiant aura start shining around him. His whole eye then juts open very violently, and it's just this one big solid piece of just radiant energy that you don't see the pupil or anything anymore. And it shoots a beam straight out at Rocky right in his forehead area. And you see his skin start to reform back into his brindle hide.
So before he completely once I see that it's working, I want to go and lay down at Rocky's feet, like face first, and act like I'm dead.
Okay.
And just like see,
Why
Like,
you gotta be so mean to him?
I'll take some. I'll just lay down, like play dead right in front of him.
So, You lay down, and as
You want
the
performance?
no, I feel like you know how to pretend to be dead.
Not
As the petrification wears off of Rocky, he falls to the ground.
I'd like to aim to fall on top of him.
Oh shit!
I'm fine with that.
You just see the
So you see this large minotaur just fall on you.
Oh, get off me, you fat oaf! I'm just playing. Rocky?
I need you to make a death saving throw.
Fucking poke at him. That's.
I forgot you're dead.
I forgot about that. We should have brought him back first. To
Well, we didn't know that though.
Oh, that's right.
You guys didn't know that he was
Yeah,
unconscious.
You didn't know that you could eat
You're
a
right.
fireball.
That's one good one.
Yeah, how'd you do?
6. He said
16.
16. All right, that's one save.
16 was not a fry.
So from your experience, you guys have been around enough of your companions being unconscious. You now realize that Rocky is unconscious
Oh god, he's unconscious.
and that he is fading from reality.
I'm the only one that can do anything because
I'm going
being squished in my hand.
I'm like, get off of me! And do I notice like that he's not moving? Like
You see that he's not breathing. He's not doing anything.
All right, I'll
He's
cast.
got the lip of a dead man.
I'll cast Healing Word on him.
Okay.
Make sure I have it. before I do it.
What's the word?
Mom, get the hell off.
No, that doesn't sound like the only word. Another dice save.
What was the Healing Word? It was like taint or something like that.
That sounds right.
About right, yeah.
You don't actually use that spell a lot. I think you've only ever cast it maybe one other time.
Well, because Elvin does such a good job healing. Oh no, that's
He's so good.
no, that would be Pigman.
DoorDash.
Did they not bring you guys all your stuff? What'd they miss?
The nuggets, straws, and they look like they took a drink out of Rocky's drink.
Shut up.
Little swig. I got thirsty.
Hard work doing DoorDash.
All right,
Man, I think
I'm gonna
I'd
cast
blame-
second level healing.
They
word
at
on
least
him.
owe you a refund on the stuff you paid for.
So, I don't have to touch him, but I'm like, get off me, you taint! And I cast second
and,
level healing word
Go ahead
on
and
him.
roll for the healing word there.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good.
7. It'd be 11.
11 points. Oh, you got it.
11 points healing.
11.
11?
I almost got max.
Yeah, but I'm not at max.
What happened? Where's Skriz?
Get off of me!
You're on top of him.
God?
I just
God
start
sounds like
pinching
Squid.
him from underneath. Get off of me! Well, I'm like this. Get off!
Oh,
What is that?
Don't pinch my taint.
Oh,
He has
you
a-
got
he
a
has a mini?
You got a
I
thibble.
I didn't just make the character up. It's a
That's
real
cool.
character.
He's got a thibble.
I have a Fibble Thip mini, so now that he's there.
It took 15 seconds to paint. He just.
I actually didn't paint him. He came in a booster pack, so
The base is
and I was like, I have to get this guy in the game somehow. So okay, so you are now recovered,
I will stand up off of you.
and you are no longer petrified.
Maybe.
I'm like, oh, God. That backfired. I mean, I'm glad you're all right, Rocky.
What backfired?
Nothing. Yeah. You guys trying to kill people. You guys backfired again. And then me and, I know it's hard to believe, Lizica came through.
Did they chase him as he was running away? Is that what happened?
Well,
Well, they did.
if they did, he put some fireballs in their ass and they quit chasing him. And I had to use my special little fireball ball to save your guys' asses, as usual. So that's, I gotta go buy a new one
See,
for Ichabod.
I felt like I was alive when I was turned to stone, and then I was like dead when I was unturned from stone. Does that happen?
Yeah, it does. It eats away at your core until you. Yeah, that's what
Oh.
happened because you were petrified a long time, and so that's what happens.
What year
Continue.
is it?
It's
So
the
true,
year
he doesn't
after
know that it's
last
only
year.
been like a few minutes.
It's the year after last year.
It's been 74 years.
Doesn't even feel
Wow,
like
so
Kids
I
your
guess
ass
that
and
worked.
your wife.
It did work.
That's neat. I'm not really sure exactly what I did, but I'm really glad that it worked.
I'm glad that worked too.
It'd been funny if he didn't know that you were a Minotaur as soon as you get. Oh my God! He just he's the Minotaur now. What the hell did you do?
I'm feeling tired, but I can try again.
Do you need to rest or?
I don't know.
That's up to you.
I don't want you to half-ass this and rip him apart when you try to get him healed.
Listen, I didn't rip the other guy apart. He was already in half. I put him back together.
I've been known
Wait,
to
was
tell
I the
they'll
guinea
fib.
pig?
Huh?
I was the guinea pig.
No.
No, you're the Minotaur.
Well, I
You
mean, we
get-
figured you were already a statue. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, and since that fireball that Liz threw hit you and almost blew you apart.
Fireball.
Well, I mean, you had
I
a little
did
bit
not
of soot on
fireball.
the side of you. I don't know if that was from the people you guys were fighting. I didn't see all of it.
I mean, I didn't see him casting any spells.
I kind of came in at the
You didn't see
end.
much of anything.
I saw the aftermath. I was gonna come in and help you guys kick like a whole lot of ass, but it was already taken care of when I got here.
Since you're unpetrified. Check your butthole.
It's not safe.
All right, I'm gonna try one more time on him. I'll see if I can make it work.
Like if it only gets half of them.
Oh god.
All but one leg.
He's just like
So he goes over, kind of looks directly at your face. He crawls up you. It's like on your shoulder, and he's looking at your face. And he closes his eyes and he puts his hands back on top of his head, and he concentrates. And you hear him making this like he's getting ready to poop or something. He's kind of squatting a little bit, like he's not really sure.
He's gonna rip them apart. I never
Oh.
will.
And the same white radiant energy starts to flood around him. The humming starts to stop, and you actually see that it looks like he's vibrating this time, almost as if he's concentrating more energy. After a couple of seconds, his eye opens up again. It's completely washed out with radiant white energy, no pupil, and the same white beam comes out of where his eyeball would be and hits Elvin right in the forehead, and you see the petrification process start to deteriorate.
Where did you write property of?
On the chest of both of you.
forgot
You don't
about
know
that.
So hey, hello.
So once he comes unpetrified, are they like near each other?
Yeah, I
I
think they
just
were,
want to look like in between them
they
and
were
like
pretty close.
I'm like, oh, good. My best friend is unpetrified. And just walk away. Not like look at either one of them. But then I'm like, okay, you got one more. Let's go, buddy.
Hey, man. What's up?
Wait, why didn't? Because I was dead when
What?
when I was unpetrified. Why is he still
Oh,
alive?
he just had the healing spell ready this time.
Oh, you was that quick.
Yeah, he's real quick with it.
You're impressive tonight.
Come on.
I will take off my armor because I feel a burning sensation on my chest. And I guess it will read property of Skriznet on it.
It's very faint. He didn't chisel it in super deep. Mostly surfaced. But it definitely says property of Skriznet right on it.
What?
Porcupine Skriznet.
Well, we thought we were going to have to leave you guys here and go find, but you know, then he showed up and I just didn't want anybody stealing you. And this guy was going to put moss and dirt all over you. And you're just too heavy to drag. And you guys just need to quit screwing up or not. And I just walk away.
I guess we'll talk later. Oh. Okay.
Well, that could have went worse.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
How you
Could've.
how you guys holding up? How was the fight? I'm assuming we won.
Yep.
Well, you guys won. I guess it's not really a we.
Well, the little fairy person, that's your friend too?
Yeah, you got one more in you?
I don't know. I can try.
You can try.
My head kind of hurts. It might blow me up. I don't know, but we'll try.
Don't rip her apart.
I will give him guidance.
Okay.
I don't even know if you're making a spell check, but I'll give you guidance.
It's not really, it's more of an ability that he has.
Okay.
Which I won't explain the full depths of the ability, but it's good.
I can see that.
But it's also like, it's very unique to this one creature. It's not really a damage thing, so it's not really a combat thing. Anyway, so He gets close to your fairy friend's petrified statue form, and he squats down. He focuses again, makes the humming noise, and after like 35, 45 seconds, you start to see like little beads of sweat breaking out on his head, and he's got like a little bit of blood coming out of his nose as he's really trying to focus on making this happen. And you see like little white radiant energies look like it's about to come around him, and then it fizzles out. And after almost a full minute of this squatting and pushing and straining, he just starts to catch his breath, and he's just like,
I just don't think I got any more in me.
Do what?
I just don't have any more in me.
So she's stuck like this?
I mean, for now.
So you hear Skriz starting to choke up a little bit, and he walks over to the petrified Pigwin, and you just see him like lean his head and on her shoulder, and he's like, "We'll make this right. I promise we'll be back for you."
property of Skriznet.
I don't want the
On the
rat.
forehead this time.
I don't want the rat.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So I pick up like a little mushroom.
Well, she's much smaller than you guys could throw her probably in your bag of holding and bring her with you
No.
Yeah.
instead of leaving her down here to her fate.
You
With
guys could. Oh wait, never mind. The bag of holding was petrified.
it was on
was petrified, yeah.
Rocky.
Just like
he
put it
didn't
over
have
time.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rocky
even
had
if we
it.
had that, we
Okay.
wouldn't be able to get you guys back out. Goodness.
All right. Yeah, we could. So can I pick her up?
She's heavy, but yeah, she's still small. So
All right. I don't know being rocket.
it's like 10 times what her normal weight is because of all the stone process. And I don't feel like she weighed a ton.
because she's probably about that realistic.
I'd say
About
yeah,
that
probably
big.
about that big.
So yeah,
It's like picking up like a pretty heavy bowling ball.
I'll wave Rocky over. Open the bag of holding. Hopefully this works. And so I'll pick her up and I'll have like I'll grab a couple like mushrooms and flowers from the ground and put it all together with her in the bag of holding.
Okay, so you guys collect your
Don't drop that bag.
stoned friend, and
And you just see like Skriznet's head like slump down.
You want to hold on to the bag? I got a lot of shit on me. There you go.
You sure? I mean, I think you got more stuff in that bag of holding than
It's our stuff.
If all your feathers count as one item, got a couple thousand.
Don't be
items.
throwing him out. I need those.
Those are important.
I'm just saying.
Now you keep hold of it.
I'm really sorry about your friend. Maybe I can try again later, or
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised it even worked twice.
Yeah, I still feel a little sluggish, but you know, you had to do what you had to do, and you did a great job. And you,
So are there gonna be more of these things that did that to you?
probably
Oh,
we
yeah.
we seem to always run into shit. Every single time we fight.
Maybe you guys should have some way of dealing with that.
Yeah, I agree.
We do. A fist.
But that didn't work out
and
so well
teamwork.
last time. But
I
that's
mean,
it.
teamwork seems good.
Teamwork worked out. The fist
And
part
you.
didn't.
Listen, I don't even know that I can do that again.
We'll let you rest.
Well, that's cool. I was planning on it, but you know, I don't even know if I can do it again.
Okay.
Well,
Well, do
then
you,
just playing keeping this guy hostage.
well, do you know the way around here?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
I told you, you guys have long legs. It took me forever to even find you here.
all right. Sounds good. Well, I appreciate.
None of you. Wait, you guys are wandering around in the forest down here, and you have no idea where you're at or where you're going.
Well,
Well,
our fairy friend.
None of you are from here.
I am from here, but
You know how
this
many
part.
things down here can kill you?
Yes, I do.
A
know
lot.
Yeah, we ran into a couple of them.
Well, I know what I'm gonna be doing for a little while, and
he turns invisible.
we never died.
I know.
Never lived either.
Speak for
How long
yourself.
does the invisible spell work? Obviously, his ability. I'm
Well, how you
assuming,
guys
but-
doing on? How you guys feeling? How you guys holding up?
It's how y'all doing.
Yeah, some of us are full health.
Me too. I don't know how I'm full, but I'm full.
Well,
You
yeah,
got you got petrified. You
I've
didn't
only
get hit.
petrified. I didn't even get hit.
that's real.
Being
Have you
petrified is
used
way
Have
worse
you used any like?
because there's nothing you
cloth
can
or
do
anything?
about it.
Yeah, I'm at 11 out of 40.
I can command some people to puke.
So,
You know that
Do-
spell can do a lot more than make people.
are you
puke.
trying to short rest here for Rocky?
Well, here's
or-
the thing, though. Don't we have that snow globe that Niv Mizzet gave us?
Oh yes.
What does it do? It
Basically gives us a shelter where we
Yeah.
don't have to worry about being attacked while we're in it.
yeah. Like,
It works like Mordenkainen's mansion.
Cave's favorite ability.
I honestly forgot.
It's
about
absolutely busted. It's so
That.
good.
I forgot about that until I remembered. Like, where the hell are we gonna find a place to rest down here? I'm like, wait a minute.
All right, we want to take the snow globe
Yeah, I think Rocky
and
has
create
it
the safe
in the,
mansion that nobody can get into.
in the bag of holding.
All right, well, you know what? We're taking a long rest.
Okay. Well,
I'm all for that.
so the way that the snow globe kind of works is you have to wind it up. The song will start playing, and the actual house that's in the snow globe is the house that appears, but it's sort of metaphysical, so to speak.
So does it really have like weight to it? And
The,
like
the
leaving any print?
globe does, but
Like,
the actual house itself does not.
I was just about to say it's gonna be like Wizard of Oz. You just see it, it appears, and all the Gorgons that were there are just like squashed their feet. Right?
Yeah, it sort of kind of floats in space.
Okay.
And when you give the command word, which that can be anything you want, it will vanish from this planar space. It goes away. While you're inside, it's a mansion.
Okay.
And it's able to summon whatever it is you feel that you need, as far as like servants and food and a bathhouse if you feel like you need it.
Nice.
No bad. so the house appears, and I'm gonna. Chris goes, knock on the door first. It's rude just to walk in. We're gonna knock. Just sit there waiting for somebody to answer the door.
So yeah, you knock on the door and no one answers.
Well, I guess nobody's home. Can we still use it?
I mean,
We
he
can
gave
use
it to us for a reason, so yeah.
Okay. Make sure you take your shoes off when you go. And I just walk in with
With your shoes on. No, you take your shoes on. It
Mine.
leaves more prints than
Yeah.
you having your shoes on would do.
Can't take my hoofs off, so I don't know what I guess I'll stay out here.
Yeah, I guess we all go in.
Okay. And what is it exactly that you feel that you need in the house? Because that is what will appear when you first go in.
Mm.
Like you have to kind of picture a thing that you as the person, or you could discuss as a group, because that's the types of
I see.
things that will manifest within the house. Once you're in, you can't change what's there. It's not like the enchantment has to happen before you enter.
I see. Okay.
What if it was just basically a replica of the Silver Spire bar room?
Chris, it's
He's like, that's the nicest fucking place I've ever been in my life.
I
Yeah,
love
that's what I
that
want.
place, and I just walk open the door, and it's just the
It's like-
Silver Spire
it
bar
does-
room.
Like,
and
he
there's
doesn't even-
Kiefer standing there.
He doesn't even give us a chance. He
Just
does it
walks
before
in
any of
like,
us,
I thought
discuss it."
Kiefer were here.
Okay. So yeah, you open up the mansion door, and it looks like the Silver Spire layout. Same tables. There's actually no other patrons in there. The biggest difference is that all of the furniture in this house is clockwork in nature. It's all gears, metal. It's very steampunk inside. You see a being that looks like Kiefer, but if Kiefer was like a clockwork robot. It's a centaur, same like kind of colors, wearing the same kind of outfit, but machine. You see the one barmaid that's there all the time serving you guys the drinks, but like a machine. The stairs look like escalators with that same sort of like cogwork and spiral sort of filigrees along on the rails. Everything in here is like a machine replica of what you picture the Silver Spire to be.
I think
Pretty
they
cool.
call this steampunk.
I just go up to the table.
I think the
and
kids these days call
basically
it
they know what we want before we get up there, right? Since I
It's
thought
whatever you
about-
felt like you would
like,
want.
I think there's like 4 steaming bowls, like bread bowls filled with gravy and glasses of mead.
It's
Okay.
amazing.
The fire is magical in
And
the
a plate-
in,
a
in
plate
the
of
giant
cheese.
like hearth area. There is one new addition where normally there might be a musician playing kind of maybe over in the corner on like a little stool or something, there are instruments here playing very mellow, chill music, taverny music, but like as the tavern is winding down for the evening, and it's like enchanted, like musical instruments. They're playing themselves.
Well, Skriz, it's a nice place we got here now. Care to see if we can play our little game?
As soon as I say that, I'm gonna go straight up and start.
I
I
think-
think rest.
I think
I'm like,
Chris
I've already
is too
seen this
busy
once
into his
before.
Red Bull of gravy, and he's just ignoring him.
Must I put my ring on the table?
Not even listening to him. You're not ruining this meal for me. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be stoned.
Oh, I
If it wasn't for me, you would be dead underneath the stone. Is that better? Where are you at?
It might be better. I'm right next to you.
He turned invisible last time.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And he snaps his finger and reappears.
Man, this is fancy.
yeah, we live the high life. Yeah.
Man, this is pretty great. Where did you guys even get a thing like this?
I wanted out of carnival.
That's a heck of a carnival prize.
So-
I mean, how many of those little gold rings did you have to get on the bottle?
No,
to-
no, it was a
Seven.
strength of contest of strength.
Like with
Yes.
the hammer on the or
Yes,
arm wrestling or
arm wrestling and the hammer.
Oh
You had
my
to arm
gosh.
wrestle a hammer.
Yeah, all
Yes.
those kids were.
You know,
pissed.
I always had a feeling that you were probably the strongest one in the group.
I know.
I
I'm
always
always
kinda
the
felt
last
that.
one standing.
But the weakest stomach.
I mean, there's not much to say for Constitution. I mean, I'm tiny and I can drink a lot. But I cheat.
Yeah, a lot of people cheat at this table.
I've heard. So, like, Gorgons, right? You guys aren't from around here. Well, I mean, why are you
Um,
guys even here? I thought you were trying to kill the Bellheims. You did that, and now you're here?
Well, now
The world has to keep going. I mean, we have other missions, bigger payouts.
Well, it's pretty terrible up here, but I kind of feel like the word didn't get around that it's terrible up down here. It's almost like they don't know.
Well, what can you tell us about these snake folks?
Well, they're scary. They clearly can turn you into stone.
They cast fireball.
Is
uh-huh.
is there any
That
way,
was a snake.
is there
definitely
any
the
way
snake.
we can counteract their gaze? Like if we don't look them in the eyes, like always look down at their feet when we're
Well,
fighting?
I think that unless you go into the fight completely blind, then that would be that would be the hardest part.
So maybe
But I would think fighting
worry,
them in
guys,
the
I got a
dark
spell for that.
or maybe figuring out a way to
Darkness.
not look at them
Blind slash deaf.
yeah.
or even potentially blinding them, right? Like if they can't look at you, if they can't see you, they can't do that.
So we need to avoid all reflections.
Mm-hmm.
Can't look them in the eye.
That's just kind of what I've heard. I mean, like I didn't even know there were Gorgons still around. They've been gone for a really long time.
Well, I heard from a little birdie that the snakes are on the move, and I think they're moving quick.
Well, I heard a similar thing.
What'd you hear?
Well, that there was an outside snake person that just appeared in Ravnica not long ago and has been trying to organize these people.
What do you mean by outside snake?
I would argue all snakes are outside snakes.
Yeah.
This one
I
was
got
a
a
garden
helpful-
snake.
Well, you guys have that friend, right? That guy with the blue cape that talks to, you know.
That's what you mean by outside. So somebody that's not from this world.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Just a rumor that they were at least around. They might even be from here for all I know.
Interesting.
But you know, the legends they say, and because I got to read a lot working with the Azorius, you get to look at a lot of documents and things, and it's boring sometimes doing the job. So I'd read a lot. Also, I'm a really fast reader. They said on the one thing that there was this group of Gorgons. They referred to them as the Sisters of Stone Death, but the records say that the Sisters of Stone Death were killed when Gerard took over the Golgari. They must not have got them all.
That must have been what happened then. Or
They were terrifying though.
yeah.
It took. They almost killed Gerard.
Yeah, well, we're the gravy train, and we're a lot stronger.
Oh, that might be true, but that's why I say the Gorgons have been, if they've been around, the surviving Gorgons have kind of been doing their own thing and surviving on their own. They still hail allegiance to the Golgari, but they don't go to the group meetings, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
and I feel like maybe they've been kind of plotting this whole time.
it's very possible. I mean, if there was an underground organization like that, and a chance like this opened up, where the
And like,
guild
what
pack
about
opened
you?
up-
You say you're from here, right?
Mhm.
Or you've been here.
Yeah.
Why? You don't look Golgari to me.
Well, I was born here, but
You
I-
were born in the Golgari?
Yeah. I was born in
Interesting.
the dark elf area.
Oh, that's very interesting. He kind of puts his hands like this, like, so. Your mom was normal?
I guess I didn't really,
I mean, you know about the curse that follows your people around, yeah?
not really that well. No.
Oh. Well, I don't want to, talk about rumors. I
well,
guess, like, she had, like, 2 legs, 2 arms, right? Like, just a normal person.
I don't really remember.
Well, where is she?
I don't know.
Do you not know because it happened when you were really little, or
Mm-hmm.
what about your dad?
Well, he's still around somewhere down here.
Is
but
she, like, a good person?
That's up to interpretation. I mean,
Oh.
it's like anybody else down here.
Well, some people would say that the Azorius aren't very good people, but I've ran into some nice ones.
I don't think he's inherently evil. I don't think he's inherently good either. So,
Interesting.
I mean,
But you're not Golgari.
no, not haven't been since I was born.
Well,
Ever since I-
none of you are Golgari.
Left for the surface, yeah,
So you're like from around here, so you know your way a little bit.
a little bit.
It's dangerous down here. There's a lot of things that can kill you.
That I do know.
Not just the things that wander through the woods, but the things that live underneath the woods. Like there's a whole other layer that goes underneath of this layer. I mean, there's crawl and worms and insects and all kind. I mean, just like everything down here wants to kill you
Yeah.
and eat you.
But I guess the worst part about it all is almost everything we have to do involves here.
Yeah.
Every mission we have.
For now.
Fair. So, what is your current mission? Like, what is the objective that you're trying to? I'm just making small talk.
Well, right now there's word, we haven't seen it firsthand, of a civil war down there between the Golgari faction.
Well, I'd say that the Gorgon's trying to murder you is probably a
Yeah,
good.
that is a pretty good indication.
I'd say yeah.
But I mean, right now Gerard's still the leader, and we need support as best as we can, trying to get the guild pact in order. So we're gonna try and earn some favor, I guess, and help the best we can.
Interesting.
Either way, I still don't want these snake people around. So
I am getting tired of them. They keep stabbing us and turning us to stone. Some just stone and stab. Some just stab.
it's some stone.
True.
Well,
That was magical. Yeah.
I guess I don't really know my way around anywhere. I can't really help you.
No, but
So this is who you're looking for? You're trying to find these snake people?
yeah.
Like on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to put an end to the movement.
Well, you guys are pretty brave. Or stupid.
We have to be.
No offense.
It's what keeps us alive.
So, I mean, like, you guys kind of know what's going on up there. What are they going to do about what's going on up there? Like, because it sucks up there.
Well, as of right now, we do have a plan. We don't know too much about it, but
It's a race.
A race?
that's about as much as we know. Yeah.
Or a maze.
It's a
A
maze.
maze?
Yeah, apparently it was made many, many years ago, and if we do this race, it was strictly for when the guild pack got destroyed.
Yeah. I
They
don't.
would bring it all back together.
You said you've done work with the Azorius, right?
I have, yeah.
So
I've
have
read
you
a
heard,
lot of stuff.
You've heard of the original pack guild leader?
Yeah, Azor.
Yeah. So apparently he used some inherent original magics of Ravnica, and while people were planning out the original design of the city, they kind of found that there's a huge magical influence over this part, and
That's interesting. Haven't read anything about that personally. I've read a
Mhm.
lot about Azor.
yeah,
That guy was a genius.
yeah, that's
A complete and total visionary. At the time, I'd say he was probably the smartest being on Ravnica.
I mean,
Even smarter than Niv Mizzet.
yeah, I mean, Niv Miz himself said that.
They were actually really good friends, Niv Mizzet and Azor. It broke his heart when Azor died.
Do you know how he died?
Yeah, he died when the Gorgons tried to destroy the Golgari.
Oh.
The Azorius came in to try and kind of help, and Azor was turned to stone.
Wow.
The type of magic that was petrified him was incurable. The original, I believe her name was Ludmilla, the original founder of the Sisters of Stone Death, was a very powerful Gorgon. They believe that the Gorgon curse originated in her.
Hmm.
And if she looked at you, you stayed stone.
Yikes.
All good stuff. All good stuff.
Then out of spite, they broke his statue.
Now that's where you should draw the line.
In fact, if you look in the one parts of the Golgari area, there's a big head that looks like a sphinx head. That's Azor's head. It's not actually a statue. It actually is Azor.
as a statue.
Well, his head. The rest of it was kind of crumbled.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you guys. I'm tired.
Yeah, understandable. You guys had a hard day.
Yeah. And Skriz doesn't want to play games tonight with his best buddy. So I'm going to bed. A little upset, but that's okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed. My nose is bleeding a little bit. My head hurts.
Yeah, I hope these beds are more comfortable than
They
the
are.
clocks around.
They actually are much more comfortable than the ones in the Silver Spire. You're able to get a very good long rest. So
I was just
go ahead
hoping
and-
they weren't made out of metal like everything
Go
else.
ahead and give yourself a long rest. Get your spell slots back. Get your HP back.
I'm bringing Benji back.
If any of you had any levels of exhaustion, go ahead and remove one level of that.
Benji back. Yo.
And after you feel that you've had sufficient rest, because I believe the mansion will stay up to 12 hours if you need it,
Nice.
so
He's back.
you're able to leave the mansion at your own will. You're not really sure exactly what time it is because the sun doesn't rise and set down here.
All right. Well, long day ahead of us. So let's pack up shop here and say we just keep heading out. Try to see if we can find any leads, and kind of go from there. If everybody's okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we don't really have a guide anymore, but you just want to keep trying to go forward.
Yeah,
We
we'll
got
walk around.
Torches out because not everybody has dark vision.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty dark down here.
I
too.
got a few torches that you can take.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Even with dark vision, you still can't see that much. So torches will help.
So the forest that you see is like, it's not really trees in this part. It is strange overgrowth, vines. They look almost like massive poison sumac vines with that kind of fur, and that have sort of gnarled together over the years and twisted to form tree-like structures. The ground here is firm but squishy in spots. The humidity level here is very high. You often in the distance can hear the sound of running water. As you look around at the landscape around you, you kind of get a feeling, as you kind of hold some of the torches up and you look, that the name Undercity is not just a clever term. This actually looks like the remnants of a city underground that nature took over.
Interesting.
all right. Well, I think wherever we move, I think we'll put me and Rocky in the front, and we'll keep our guard up. I mean, everybody should be watching out for the more of these people.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know what their range is, but you look one in the eye and you don't see them, it's over for you. Trust me, I know from experience.
I do have something that can help us with that a little bit. I have darkness. It will cancel both them seeing us and us seeing them, but we also won't be able to see anything.
I think that's a very big risk.
But that's my question. If you guys want me to use that or not. Because we'd have less chance of getting turned to stone, but we could get
Yeah.
a higher chance of getting confused. So
Let's just. We'll take. I'll keep my eyes out. I can see the oddest in the dock. And everybody else just kind of walk with your head down, just looking at my feet and following. So.
So you are attempting to make your way deeper into the Golgari Undercity towards the actual main guild gate. From the little bit that you do know about it, you feel like you have a sense of direction as to where that is because you've been there. You feel that you're pretty far to the west of that, just given your sense of direction and where you guys entered. You feel if you stay the course, though, eventually you will hit it, if that makes sense. You're not sure how you know that, but maybe the sounds of the running water remind you of the area where the main guild gate is at.
Okay. Go ahead and I'll relay that to everybody.
There is familiarity, but it's not. You don't traverse here a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
So yeah.
I'll start walking.
Okay, so if you look at the map here, the map is pretty accurate as to what's going on. These black areas here, these are actually like crevices within the earth that kind of fall down there like deep caverns. This green spongy area, this is actually like mossy kind of dirt. These fungal things are here. The hut, from what you can see of it, this looks like the remnants of a hut. It looked like at some point there was a building there. But it's kind of collapsed and falling down. There's growth and spider webs and moss and all kinds of stuff growing over the top of it. It doesn't look inhabitable. It doesn't look like you'd want to live there. And it looks like the main path that you guys came in, you feel like the direction you want to go is where these like little lantern kind of, not really lanterns, but kind of lanterns.
Yeah.
You feel like it's that direction straight.
Okay.
All right. We'll just start
Said
walking
that way.
Yeah, we'll start walking that way.
I'll point out the hut. I was like, do we want to investigate that all or just keep going?
The hut?
Yeah.
Might get some information.
It's true. We could
How do
find
we
something useful.
feel?
Yeah, we check it out. Why not?
Okay.
Want to make sure nothing's hiding in there and follow us.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna let you guys position yourselves near the hut, wherever you would like to be. So there's not a whole lot of like this is not really this is not really like a dungeon crawly part of it. It's more of a you guys managed to traverse or find a way around to get there. I will say that there's no weird random encounters that happen along the way. And it took.
Down to the abyss.
Yeah.
I'll say that in the dark and walking cautiously because you're not really sure. You guys do hear shuffling, you hear moaning, you hear things moving around on the outside, but nothing really seems like it's coming near you. We'll say traversing safely over there, it probably took not even an hour, maybe took a half hour to walk over there.
All right.
So when you approach the remnants of this like little hut, it looks more like it used to be a building of some importance, and it's not really like a house in the traditional sense. This actually looks like this at one point was a really nice house, or maybe even some kind of a business. There are Golgari markings on the side of it where it looks as though they were painted with this it's like a trans bioluminescence paint. It glows in the dark. It almost looks like if you took the stuff inside of a lightning bug or a firefly and like painted it. So it kind of pulses with energy. It doesn't look dangerous. Wandering around in the Undercity and seeing the Golgari, you know they use this kind of paint sometimes just to mark their way and to mark their paths. But whoever used to live here doesn't live here anymore, and this particular building has been claimed by the Golgari. You are in Golgari territory.
All right. Well, I'm pretty good at this. I will shapeshift into one of those snake-looking people.
What are the limitations of your shapeshifting? Does it have to be a humanoid creature? Because Gorgons are monstrosities.
Good question.
While he's thinking about
Oh,
that,
that's
I'm
me.
going to cast Aid on the party at 2nd level.
Okay.
Nice.
And that lets me pick 3 people
and I'm gonna pick these 3.
How long does it work?
It is 8 hours.
8 hours. Who has it?
All of them but me.
So Elvin.
What does that do again?
Gives you 5 extra hit points.
8.
5, 10, or is that max?
It's
It's not concentration, right?
no.
Okay.
It's just a tiny strip of white cloth. Your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Nice.
Like if I did at 3rd level, you guys would get 10
So
points. But
nice.
I
What
only
size
have
are
2
these
spell slots
people?
at 3rd, and I like to
Gorgons? From what you've seen, the only ones you've had dealings with that you got really good looks at were the ones that just tried to murder you.
It
And
lasts 8
they're of
hours,
average
just
height.
nice, so.
Medium.
All the ones that you've seen are female.
Okay. Yeah, I will shapeshift into one of those because it doesn't have any limitation. I can choose the coloration, hair length.
But does it say that it had to be a humanoid creature?
You can look like another race.
Well, Gorgon's not a race.
It's not a race.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They're considered monstrosities.
Yeah, it just says you can look like as an action. You can change your appearance and voice.
I'm gonna let you because yeah, I'm fine with it. We'll let
Okay.
that happen.
All right. Well, I'll look similar because I can't mimic the same appearance as somebody, but
Sure.
I will look similar.
Does it change your clothes too, or just your
Uh,
actual appearance?
The clothes and everything I'm wearing are still the same.
So they were known for having their hoods pulled up.
Okay.
And that's about the only really consistency.
Okay. I will hide my emblem or my insignia.
Yep.
Yep.
And I will slither my way up in there.
So you look like a Gorgon. Got it.
You put 5 extra hit points.
Is it temp HP?
Yeah, it's 10 HP for 8
I
hours.
will warn you though. I'm not sure how friendly these
Shut up, Rob. I'm
the
doing
normal
shit.
swarm will be towards you. So if they start to question, you might want to drop it.
The
So
safe word is pineapple.
so you
Safe word.
do you have
hell's a pineapple?
What is a pineapple?
do you have dark vision? Does he have dark vision? Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
I think the only
You
one
do?
that doesn't is
Okay.
Rocky. I'm pretty sure.
So you look into the area where the
We have
door.
torches out though.
Okay, I'm more talking about what's going on in the building.
Okay.
Around the building, you see nothing. Nothing seems to be moving closer to you, or you don't hear noises other than the noises you've been hearing down here. The ruffling in the bits of the forest, like on the outside. Your sense undead is still kind of going crazy. Like you definitely sense undead around, but they're not coming towards you. They're just here. Inside, you see a big like rip through the door as either from decay or time. And you see a small, it looks like a blaze of a fire burning through maybe a fire pit or a cooking pot or something. You're not sure exactly what. So you're able to kind of see a little bit of detail in there, and you see what looks to be a humanoid person or shape. They're kind of dressed in like old, rotty brown robes. They're carrying a big walking stick that looks like a bunch of just gnarled vines together, and they're kind of like just kind of walking back and forth, not at an angry pace, not a distressed pace, just back and forth kind of in front of the fire, pausing every now and then and kind of stopping, and it almost looks like they're listening, and then they start walking kind of back and forth again.
And this is inside the hut.
It's inside the hut.
I will whisper to Scoffog and ask where. Because I can find the undead if it is undead.
So Scoffog sort of does this, as you point it out, it's
I'm just like
sort of like spins you around in a circle.
I'll knock.
So when you put your hand to like knock, the wood is so rotted that it doesn't actually make like a reverberation noise. Your hand almost kind of goes through it. Not like you punched it, but like your knuckles kind of imprint on it. The door does rattle. And you hear a voice coming from the inside.
Yes.
Oh, how you doing?
We don't get many visitors here.
Yep, one of those snakes on the move. Yeah, we're moving around. Do you live here?
I'm here.
Okay. Well, part of Golgari business, we gotta search the huts. May I come in?
Golgari business.
Yeah, yeah.
What is your name?
Snake person number 3.
Blue snake. It's Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Yeah.
I don't see you, Sawyer, but I smell you. You smell. You don't smell like a Gorgon.
Well, I just took a shower.
I hear your heartbeat. Your heartbeat's fast.
Birth defect.
4 of you, I hear. 4 heartbeats. 4 breaths. 4 living. 1 fart.
One fart. Yes.
That thing from the
You
cow.
come to my home. This is where I live. What is your business here?
Sacrifice. Yeah, I brought sacrifices for you.
What would make you think I am into sacrifice?
You're giving me that vibe, and yeah.
Would you like to come in? Maybe shake off the cold. Of course, you're all welcome.
He seems like a
Sacrifices. Would you like to come in?
I feel like this is like a version of Hansel and Gretel here. And we're just going in there and we're gonna get made into.
Would you like some cookies?
So the door begins to not even creep because it doesn't. There's no hinge really. It's more like a piece of wood that's like rotted wood that's kind of still being held together by moss and a prayer, and it kind of like just slides open, and then you see what looks to be this decrepit looking. It looks like a Devarkian elf. But her skin is not the traditional gray that you notice. It almost has like a brownish gray tint to it. Her eyes are completely whited out. And she's carrying this staff that looks, now that you get a better look at it, it's these twisted vines and bark around it. And at the top of it is this this onyx looking, you're not sure exactly what kind of skull is on the top of it, but it's definitely a skull of some kind. She has this big, large collar with like holes going through it. Her whole outfit looks like it was made from just scraps of whatever was laying around. There is bits of moss and spider webs and things growing on her. You see bugs and stuff crawling around her and all over her, millipedes and centipedes.
Nice.
I have. Wow.
I don't vomit.
You are beautiful.
Glad I wasted a good.
But
State your business.
sacrifices.
We're not
Would you like to come in?
Excuse me, what's your Carlos?
We're not here
It's
for
a-
My name
sacrifice.
is Christmas.
It's a family name. Is the
Yeah, we're all part
It's
of the
like a
sacrifice
surname.
family.
Yeah. We're here for. Can I ask a question first?
I mean, you're probably going to anyway.
That's the truth.
Are you dead?
You know, dead is just a state of mind, right?
Well, are you undead?
I mean,
When
you
your
know where
body
we're at,
decides
don't
that it
you?
doesn't want to live anymore, and maybe you decide that you do. Or someone decides that you should live a little bit more.
Well, I would take it since you're around a lot. You need to do something with this house. Like this door is falling apart.
I can't really see it.
You see, he's like, he sees the whited out.
I don't see much these days. Everything is dark. I've spent much of my life in the dark, but I hear well. I feel vibrations.
Well,
You're in Golgari territory.
yeah,
You
doing
don't belong here.
You know, I get that a lot. Lizica, what are we here for?
we're
Sacrifice,
Here,
Lizica, sacrifice.
it's
Yeah.
not here to sacrifice.
It's real confusing. This kind of a last name.
Well, we're here because we heard there's a snake issue.
A snake issue? I don't know. I don't see any snakes. They don't seem to bother me.
Well,
Do you hear any snakes?
Not really.
I'm gonna cast Detect Good and Evil. See what kind of person we're dealing with.
Sure.
You just hear a voice. Evil bitch.
Does that give you the full alignment of the creature?
I think it's just whether they're good or
It's the divine sense, so it's detect good and evil, and then if it's celestial, fiend, undead.
I think it's just the basic. I don't think it like tells you if they're neutral or if they're like chaotic or.
Well, she is not undead,
Not undead,
but she is evil.
She is evil. Interesting.
I don't think.
Does it target one thing, or how far does that?
I think it's a 60-foot radius.
Oh, cool! You detect a whole bunch of evil underneath you.
underneath.
Yep.
Like directly.
Yep.
Oh god. This
Like underneath the hut or like in the dirt.
In the area, like pretty much all
This is some
around.
pet fucking cemetery shit.
Pineapple.
We'll be going now.
Oh, but you said that you wanted to come and
Oh,
make sacrifice.
you know, we
No,
we
that-
talked it over, and I think we're gonna go somewhere else.
I think that you want to stay for dinner.
You know, I've been doing a lot of things. I'm not even
You call
hungry.
It's all ground.
Do you have a vegan option?
I have my children.
Do you have a living option? Jesus. Jesus, throwing the shit.
You have a living option?
I just said.
Oh no,
that.
you okay? Children. You're gonna feed us to your children?
Maybe. Maybe they're not
Where-
hungry.
I don't see any children around here.
They see you.
Make a perception check.
God.
Fucking tremors.
That's not gonna do much.
How'd you do, buddy?
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
So you want all of us?
Anybody that wants to make a perception check.
10.
I got
10?
12.
12. Okay.
I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just like.
Try and
El-
back out.
Elvin, you hear above you
Oh god.
the sound of clattering and the slightest ever hint of what sounds like buzzing.
Oh god.
And beneath you, you feel the slightest little tremor in the ground right as this giant horn comes up through the ground. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I can't get away with it.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
Yes.
You get +2.
Okay. According to where you guys are
Alright.
on the map,
Scanlans,
Yes.
So
don't
we're
fail me.
they're like right by the steps. I would say.
Scan.
So we're
We're
back
about
to
use
stuff.
for like more charisma based.
Huh? 13 plus.
now. I'm assuming
Oh,
Flip
plus.
is still with us and he's
It's
invisible.
What is it?
He's with you, but he's in the back. He's hanging out with you.
what's
I
the
figured
check?
as much. Okay.
Dexterity check. Saving throw.
Oh. I gotta get better at this. It's a +0 +2. 15.
Okay. So you see this massive horn.
Oh.
Oh, that freaked me out. I didn't even see her come in. I saw the sheet move, and I was like, "Ghosts! We have ghosts." You see this? You see this massive horn come up through the soil near Elvin's feet, and as something quickly, angrily burrows its way to the surface. It's large, whatever it is. It's very large. It's coming through. You catch the faint sort of outline of what looks to be an armor plate and a carapace on its back as this large stag beetle comes up from the ground underneath. From above you, you hear buzzing and floating as a bunch of insectoid, almost like mantis type people
Now
begin hovering above you, and you can see them. I need everyone to roll for initiative because we're gonna do that now.
I do my character does know the language crawl, so he knows about crawls. Does he recognize these people as crawl?
Yes.
Okay. This is gonna be fun. Woo. And also I rolled horribly for initiative.
that mini again.
Yeah, I like it.
time, you guys get to fight it.
Hey, that's a little bit better. This dice ain't too bad. It's
medium.
I'm pretty sure I went first last time. This time
Seems
I'm
like
probably
my
going
garage
last.
is not going to get back into making dice. I need a new mold.
That are like longer.
Yes, I want the like the diamond cord shape. That's what I want to get the mold on.
I want to have one, but number one, I know you use a lot of rulers, but number two, I mean, triangle's cool, but the other one would be cooler, I think.
Yeah, I'm just waiting till I
Ooh,
get shit.
Look at that.
I'm getting fancy now. Moving on up, fellas.
3D chess.
Oh boy. You can say that again.
Oh my god!
Yep.
They're in the bushes.
We have the elevation platform. Oh yeah.
They have the high ground. Oh no, not that beetle.
I was really excited to get to use it again.
Ugh.
Can you zoom in?
Oh yeah. Actually,
Oh, I thought that's what you were doing.
that was about it. Robbie, my job. Mine should have 6. That's good for you in case you guys. There you go.
Nice.
You can always see what's going on.
We just had to check out the hut, didn't we, Alvin?
It's like you put a little candy trail in front of him. He just can't help it. He just
can't
can't
help
help himself.
How do you know?
I know all creatures. I'm a snake.
All creatures.
And plus, I want you to use
Like, you're that one kid that goes around just like with a stick and just hits everything. Like, oh, that's a hornet's nest. Let me hit that. Oh, there's an anthill. Let me stomp on it and just get them all coming out.
But I'm bigger than ants. I think now hornets. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
So you
afraid
get
of
a
bees.
bunch of fire ants on you.
I'm definitely afraid of bees. Like you want to see me run like a little bitch? Bees.
There's big hornet's nests on the way to my tree stand where we were hunting. I'm not. I didn't need to, bump into that tree one day and it just falls down. It's like right above the path that I take too. I waited till after the first chill.
You'd be like the kid from what was that movie where the kid?
My girl,
Is that the movie where
the
he
one
dies?
with Macaulay Culkins.
Gosh, spoiler alerts.
No, I thought there was another movie with the kid that's from
Elijah Wood. Maybe? The Good Son.
No, it's like a fantasy. Well, like he's like you can't see without his glass. Is that the Macaulay?
That's my girl.
That's my girl.
Yeah.
Dude,
you may
totally
actually-
wrong actor. Because I'm thinking of the kid that played in he was
Was-
Katniss Everdeen's fake lover from Hunger Games when he was a kid version. I don't remember his name, but not Liam.
Oh, the other one. Are you thinking? Because I was thinking of like the Page Master. You remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
I remember Star Wars.
'Cause I
remember
think that was
Star
Macaulay
Wars.
Culkin too, though.
Star Wars.
There's another
You remember Jabba the Hutt? I remember Jabba the Hutt.
I'd like to leave.
Oh no.
You didn't say that's what she looked like. You didn't describe it well enough to
I
where she
didn't?
seemed scary. You just gave her.
What's so?
Just kidding.
I felt like my
Making
description was
joke.
pretty
Make
good.
joke. Please don't beat me up.
Gosh. Don't make me feel insecure about my descriptions. Okay, let's see. I'm rolling initiative here. Oh wow. Terrible rolls. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, I need to roll initiative. Let's go dice.
You have advantage on initiative rolls if you're using your shield.
Let's go dice.
If you don't use your shield, then you don't have
Oh, bitch, it was 12 twice.
it. Elvin, how'd you do?
12.
12. You got it.
Oh, you don't have anything on your initiative.
Lizica,
No, my
how'd you do?
deck Sucks.
6 on you, Lizica.
Yeah, sorry, I
Okay.
thought you said Bill.
Rocky, how'd you do?
16.
16. And Skrizna, how'd you do?
14.
14. All right, let's start this round of combat. That's weird. Why are there? They're gave him random hit points. I'm fine with that. Just
That's cool. Yeah.
usually I have their hit points fixed, but with this many guys, random's fine.
Just take the lows.
Yeah, just go with the lowest. It actually rolled it. Like I put the formula in and it rolled, so
They're all weak.
which is fine. Yeah, the 1 week I got a guy and he was like 12 HP. Make sure you guys get your little pictures because they're gonna move around a little bit.
More. Come on.
Okay. So, top of the round is you do recognize these as crawl. You immediately know what they are. So this is going to be crawl number 1. I'll try to keep your guys in a place where you can actually view them better.
Crawl 1.
Crawl 1. So that's going to be one of the smaller ones. I want to say that their range is...
Myrtle King.
This one is going to go here. And it's going to
It's gonna.
So you see this almost mantis-looking creature with fluttering wings come out, and it comes down, charging down with its spear, attempting to attack Rocky. That's going to be a spear attack, and a 7 is probably not going to hit you. That's going to actually be his turn. He moved. Next up is the tall one at the top there. We're going to call him Leader Bug.
Nice.
Leader Bug next. Poop.
Oh, Leaderbug's dead.
Leaderbug is dead.
He fell off the initiative order. He's got
He
that.
fell. He fell off the initiative. He fell off the platform. He's dead.
You're going to see Leader Bug is going to attempt to cast swirls of black energy swirl around in his eyes as he kind of swishes his staff around, and he points it down at the ground, and he's casting Chill Touch at he's pretty smart. I'd say Lizica.
Okay.
So that is a range spell hit for you.
It's arranged. Okay.
Yep. Does a 9 hit.
No.
All right. So
Unfortunately.
you see this blast of kind of cold come down, and it just misses you. I don't think he gets to do the other things, but he's not going to do those things. He's done with his turn. Next up is the crawl over here. It's going to fly down here and also attempt to make an attack at Rocky.
Rocky. No, Rocky. Adrian.
So,
Don't worry, guys. I got a fireball. Take care of Bug.
man, I'm rolling terrible. Does a 10 hit you?
Just misses.
I figured.
Barely.
I do have something for you.
That's going to be it for him. Next up is the Big Bug.
Big Bug.
Big Bug. Yeah, crawl to Big Bug.
Big Bear. Is Thip still invisible right now?
Nah, he's
No.
Oh. Well, that's not good for him.
It is actually going to make an attack at Thibblethip.
We rage.
No.
It does not have that. So it rears down with its horn and tries to run its horn through him like a rhinoceros, but it doesn't actually connect. It's going to back away from Thibblethip. This way, it's going to move farther. It's going to go back to this much space.
I have a feeling this guy has a charge move.
And that's going to be its turn.
I can see it.
Yeah, but it should break the whole platform now.
Next up is Rocky.
Rocky.
All right.
Yay.
So I'm gonna pull out my sword and what?
What does that look like to you?
It says aid.
Oh, aid.
You guys get aid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
According to him, he said you had 8.
Oh boy. Well, I'm immune to disease. as a paladin.
There you go.
That's true. You are. It's a paladin perk.
Level 3. What are you gonna do?
Level 3. You know.
man.
So I'll pull out the sword, the Perrin sword, and I will attack Crawl. I'm gonna take the opportunity attacks, and I'm gonna charge towards creepy woman.
Creepy lady.
Towards the creepy lady. Okay, you're gonna get 2 attacks of opportunity against you.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and just make.
Before I do that, bonus action, Shield of Faith myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop a piece of parchment that has some Minotaurian written on it,
Okay.
and +2 my AC.
All right. So it's going to be 2 attacks. They are both at advantage. I got an unnatural 20 on the first one.
Miss.
20 misses, huh? Shield of Faith. So good. And I got
It's like I'm tired of getting hit so many fucking times.
a 23 on the second attack.
That'll do it.
Okay.
I'm draining my hit points.
It's going to be 7 points of piercing damage as you're running back. This thing kind of just catches you right in the back with a spear. But yeah, other than that, you're good. You get up to the blind-looking shaman person.
Nice. Now, do you want to stay on this side or move? Do you want to try and move around him?
I'll move around him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get that backside.
You can't get flanking right now, but if Elvin wants to, you can.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm going for.
we going off flank.
Just 7. Okay. And then with the sword, I'm going to swing at her.
They're blind. How hard can this really be?
Yeah, do I have advantage if she's blind?
I don't.
Is that
Yeah,
a
but
real
don't you
thing?
think that she's
I'm
really good at
pretty
sense
sure
of
they
smell?
have blind sense.
Never know.
You never know, but
Doesn't hurt to
Hack
ask.
tactic.
yeah.
I miss. Second swing. Probably hits. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
23 to hit.
He said that this go around.
Are they within like 5 feet of each other?
I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
able-
Yeah. I thought it was only the 5-foot square though.
Yeah, it is a 5-foot square.
11 slashing damage.
11 slashing damage. All right.
I mean, it's around there.
Slide these down here a little bit so we have a little bit more room.
Yeah.
And then I will use my sword to allow Skriz to make a weapon attack.
Nice.
I'm gonna kind of like, as I swing, I'm gonna kind of like come at a wide angle and leave her undefended, like under the armpit.
Okay.
And
Skriz,
we
you're
can
able to
split
use your reaction if you
because-
want to make a weapon attack.
I'll do that. I'll like bring up the crossbow, and I will shoot her with a firebolt that's been loaded up into it.
Firebolt, you got it.
Nice.
And that would be a 13.
A 13 will miss.
Oh,
And that ends my turn.
You better look.
All right,
Things are expensive.
Next up is going to be Crawl Warrior 3.
Crawl 3.
Lizica.
I was about to say, poor Fippleton. I really don't like him.
It's actually going to fly on the other side of you.
So,
back from the stove, Dad.
you mean like here?
It's going to be in
Oh,
between. Gosh, it's murder all my stuff.
I punched him.
Gosh.
Pushes over. So
Gosh.
like this one here.
It's going to be like in between. Yeah, that's close enough.
Okay, that's fine.
That's a 12 to hit.
Right? They did
No.
say it was
Okay.
broken?
It does not get multi-attack. It moved. It has no bonus actions. It is done. We're going to go to Skriznit. You're up.
So I'm going to cast Cloud of Dagger,
Okay.
Nice.
3rd level on the old lady.
Okay. Is that some kind of save?
No, you fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on the point you choose within range. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spells for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay, so it's 44 now, right?
Yes, 44 right off.
Off the bat. Hit him with the smokers.
Good spell.
You're just waiting until Evan gets up. Your guys are about to get shit.
What would make that spell broken is if you could move it. but you
8
cannot.
of 8
Eight?
damage.
You got it.
That would be sweet.
So you see these daggers appear out of nowhere and start whipping around in a circle close to the shaman, doing some damage.
The one that I'm engaged with, or the upper?
The one you're engaged with. Yep.
Oh, well,
So just
okay,
don't walk in the
so I
space
did
she's in.
44, so it's basically I did it at second level.
Okay, so you have still movement and bonus action if you want it.
Bonus action, which am I engaged with the?
No. Because they're over, unless they have 10 feet range.
I'm never using this again. Rob has done nothing but hit it.
So they're
It's
engaged
cool.
with Rob, right?
Yeah.
That one. So I'm not try to move away. I'm not going to. There's no attack of
No.
opportunity, right? All right. I'm going to. I really don't want to get too far away.
Come behind me again.
Okay, I'm gonna move in behind Rocky.
Okay. So I think you'll have to move past her if you want to do that. Because
And that would
these
be
are
her
walls.
attack on me.
Depends on how far by her you want to move.
Because these are walls, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So you'd have to move. He'd have to move back here to get.
Yeah, that would
Faster.
be a potential melee attack of opportunity.
We're not gonna do that
By a
right
wizard. Okay. By a wizard.
now. I'm going to.
Wow.
I'm going to go back onto the side corner of the house.
Okay.
So.
Yes,
Here?
onto the corner of the house
So
there.
you're gonna get some
Yes,
coverage.
that coverage.
Okay.
And before I do that, I will cast Bardic Inspiration on Rocky.
You got it.
Nice.
Next up is going to be the final crawl warrior.
Crawfall. He moves him down to the table.
And that's D6, right? This Bardic.
Yes.
I'm going to turn and take. It's going to get close to. It's going to get close to Elvin and Lizica. You can move them closer.
One more. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I actually really like those minis.
They're pretty cool.
And now as advantage, it's going to take a strike against Lizica.
With advantage. Oh boy.
It's a 21
Definitely.
or a 19. So the 21.
Okay.
It's going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Hey, that aid came in clutch.
And that is going to be its turn. Next up is Elvin. Lizica, you're on deck.
You're not very good house warmers. So let me show you something real nice. And I'll take my hammer, smash it against the ground, and yell "Boom shakalaka!"
Boom shakalaka.
And I'm gonna do third level Arms of Hadar.
Arms of Adar.
So every creature, including you, I'm sorry, and your fox.
Oh. And
Mm.
Fifplethip? How far is the range?
10 feet.
So and Fifplethip. Dang.
And I can move up. Yeah, I'll just move up 5 feet.
So this way.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
move.
Okay,
Okay.
so it only hit me and that guy.
Make sure I'm
Well,
within,
actually, it'll
make
hit-
sure I'm within 10 feet of all these guys.
So you'll hit this guy, me, this lady.
Okay,
And
then never mind.
then-
We'll hit Fibblethip. Yeah,
well,
we'll,
this.
we'll hit that guy.
It depends if we can go through walls or not. I'm not sure what the
It-
how the spell
so
works. So
every creature within 10 feet of me must make a strength saving throw.
Okay. What is getting hit?
Every creature
Just tell me one at a time, and I'll make the roll.
crawl.
Which crawl?
Every crawl
All the except for the upper one.
except for the upper one.
All right, so we'll do them first. So all of those, it's a strength save.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one got a 6.
you're
Fail.
lucky.
Number
You're
2
freaking
got an
lucky.
11.
17.
Huh?
Number
Oh,
2 got an
16,
11.
Fail.
Number 3 got a 5.
Fail.
And
sure
number
Benji has, like, a
4
negative
got a 19.
3 or something for his
Pass.
strength.
Okay.
It's a -4.
So only number 4, the one that just came into combat, passed. The rest of them all failed. Who else?
And Thimbleflip.
What's the save?
Thibblethip. I'll roll for him.
Benji failed. By one,
Um,
actually, surprisingly.
He got a 7.
And then the shaman looks like she's within 10.
And then the shaman too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Shaman
Goodness.
Is he going?
got a 21.
Okay. Pass.
They're going to
Okay.
kill my fox.
All right, so it's gonna be 4d6 necrotic damage.
4d6 necrotic
All
damage.
those guys.
Oh, that's gross.
Is it half if they saved?
Yes.
Okay.
So what's half of one?
The loneliest
It rounds
number.
back up to 1. You actually round down, so it's 0.
All right, so it's 15 damage that took the full damage.
15.
Okay, so
Yes.
take
So 15 here.
round down.
15 here.
Take 7. Benji's dead again.
And-
15 here.
I know. Oh,
It's half, right? If they succeed.
He didn't move it, I swear.
So it's half for a save, right?
Yes.
Okay. 7.
it's just this
The-
middle platform I keep forgetting about. So I keep
Yeah, so
And
the
it
other
is clear, it's
the other
basically
thing
invisible.
about it
Damn it.
is all creatures that fail can't take reactions until the next turn.
Okay. Seems good.
Don't worry. Benji's dead, so he wouldn't be able to.
He doesn't even know that he got
Uh,
killed.
Purple mist.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so when I slam on the ground, it shoots out all these tentacles in all different directions around me, smacking up everybody that's in sight. Yeah,
So that is your action. You still have bonus action and movement.
yeah.
I think it's like the cat from Doctor Strange. That's really the thing.
I will walk up to the shaman. I'll make a step up.
Okay.
That
Okay.
way Rocky has flanking.
Here we go.
And
I fixed my
bonus
horrible
actions, I
mistake.
can't do anything else because I can't cast another level spell.
You got it. Well, I guess it's going to be your turn. Lizica, you're up.
Ow. First off, and second off, I'm going to do. It is called Enemies Abound, and I'm gonna cast it on the big beetle guy.
Okay.
So the only repercussions with this is if he's immune to fear. I believe it does not work.
He is not.
Okay, so go ahead and make an intelligence save. for me.
Intelligence save. I got a -1.
Okay, so now, so basically, the spell says you reach in the creature or mind one creature and make an intelligence saving throw. The creature automatically. Oh, never mind. Okay, on fail, target loses ability to distinguish friend from foe, regarding all creatures as it can see as enemies until the spell ends. Each time it takes damage, it can repeat the save.
Okay.
So basically, it attacks anybody ever.
So it just attacks in a way that would make sense for it to attack.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got it. And it can make that save at the end of every turn. Okay.
I'm not sure if it was at the end of the turn as well. I know it's whenever it takes damage. Let's see. It is only when it takes damage.
Okay. Sounds good.
Or when the
Um,
spell ends, of course.
You still have movement and a bonus action if you want it.
Okay. These guys don't have reactions. How many? of these
Presently,
guys-
no, they have no reactions.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move. that.
Seems good.
It's just like this.
Well, those two guys actually already used their reactions against Rocky anyway,
I'm gonna move back behind.
But they don't got react.
but they don't. The other guy does not have one.
Okay, so I'm gonna move back there, and I believe that is all I'm going to do.
All right. It's going to be the shaman-looking blind seer, weird.
Is he gone yet? Oh yeah, he was second.
The Devarkian elf.
I'd love to see how much the microphone picked up on that.
It is going to make an attack on Rocky
You said it's the shaman's turn.
shaman.
I think since they start in the cloud of daggers, do they take damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
You roll for the damage.
Also, I have a concentration if you want to get those tokens out
What's concentration?
for the enemies abound.
Okay. Yeah.
I almost ordered some.
of these.
10 more
just get them.
damage.
I know.
Then I
10
don't
more
have to bring mine anymore. Concentration. 10 more damage. You got it.
All I need is a D.
I got concentration on me also.
And
Cloud of daggers.
For
For Chris goes
Cloud of daggers.
Cloud
Okay.
of daggers. Concentration.
You got it.
We are concentrating very hard over here in this corner.
Concentrating on these spells. I like it. All right. So I took the damage on that. It's still gonna make an attack roll against. It's still gonna be against Rocky.
Okay.
It is a 25 to hit.
Oh, boy.
That does it.
So you see, her hand outlines in like this green mossy energy as it looks like this, these vines and stuff sort of wrap around it, and then you see black necrotic energy flow through it as she reaches out and touches you, and you feel death and decay start flooding through the area where she touched you. You're going to take. You take 6 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Don't worry, you're not going to be petrified again. She don't do that.
PTSD over here.
You'd be deadified.
You just get disintegrated.
You turn into a compost pile.
I got that.
Nice.
Not good enough even with the Bardic.
No,
I
I
would-
rolled
I
a
would-
1.
I would
It's a
try to
total of
take it.
4.
Um,
Good roll.
you take 16 points of poison damage,
Nice.
but you're not poisoned. You just take 16 points of poison damage.
Okay.
That is going to be her action. We're going to go to the top of the round. It's going to be back at Crawl Warrior number 1, which is over by Elvin. It's going to attack Elvin with the spear
It's at disadvantage.
because of the attack thing.
Kate, motherfucker.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I rolled a 20 on the one dice, and then I rolled a 3 on the other one. Yes!
Every time you miss, I get an opportunity to attack.
That's not true. That's not what it No.
I was like,
So that's going to be the... Well, he's going to... That actually should have been at a straight roll because he has advantage.
Why?
Because he has pack tactics. And you're next to the shaman, but it's fine.
No, you can take 20.
No, because
No.
I don't know which one I rolled first, so I'm not gonna do that. I rolled them at the same time,
Okay.
so I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna backtrack, and I'm not gonna re-roll
That way he doesn't do it.
because it makes your thing. It feels dirty when you go back and you're like, oh, actually, I hit you, and you take damage.
Okay.
So that's gonna be his turn. I actually skipped the guy at the top. He's going to cast. Gonna cast this down at Elvin. I make a range spell attack. Now, is your cloak work for all attacks or just melee attacks?
I can tell you in just 2 seconds as we go over to D&D Beyond inventory. Sentinel, no, Cloak of Displacement. While you wear the cloak, it projects an illusion that appears standing in a place near an actual location, causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Okay, so I have to make a spell attack against you, but it's at advantage because one of his allies is near you. This thing also has pack tactics, so it's just gonna be a straight roll.
Straight roll. Miss.
Not very good. It's a
27.
no. I wish it was a 9.
9.
Oh, wait. It is a 8.
Oh.
Wait. It was worse.
Got better.
Well, Bob
Um,
Barker,
but
you
in the
needed a
opposite
16.
You see the staff in its hand. It irradiates with this very, very dark energy as it shoots down a beam of necrotic energy in your direction. It hits the ground and sort of like sizzles the ground next to you a little bit. But you are unaffected. It does not want to move. It feels pretty good right there. Let's see. That's the 2. So crawl number 2 has not gone yet. did not like that tendril attack. It's going to make a straight roll against you because it also has advantage. Gosh, I'm rolling like doo-doo. Does a 10 hit you?
A 10 will miss, Dave.
All right. Back up to that thing.
We need sports announcers for D&D combat.
I think so.
Yeah, really.
See how this one plays out?
So I can't tell. 5, 10, 15, 20.
We
Oh,
go
boy.
to
This thing is going to do a charging gore attack.
Oh god.
And it's hitting the it looks at the crawl there and goes, looks good to me. It makes an attack roll, moved at least 20 feet. And it's going to make its gore attack.
Owie.
Al Gore.
Well, that's a pretty good roll. That is a 21 to hit, which definitely hits the crawl.
Oh,
Um,
so it's just whatever's in its.
It's
way.
in a rampage
Whoa.
right now.
It's in a rampage because of my spell.
So that is going to
It
be.
doesn't. It sees everybody as an enemy. Rampage.
It does 18 points of piercing damage
my
to the
gosh.
to the crawl, and that is crawl number
You're
4.
welcome, guys. That wasn't one of us.
I could have taken it.
You could have.
Shit, I couldn't have taken it. I'd be down.
I'm down to plow. We should make a group called ICP.
Okay. Then as it gores it, it's the bug. You see it, it rears its horn into it, and it attempts to throw it down on the ground.
Jeez.
It failed its strength save. It's now knocked down on the ground and is now prone. And now, as a bonus action, it's going to stomp on it. So that's
Thanks, Liz.
that's
You're
actually at
welcome.
advantage because it's on the ground. And that's a crit. That's
my
pretty
God.
dope. Not bad.
I think he's rolling for himself. Kev has more fun by himself.
I get to roll that.
Not every day you get to crush your own monsters.
Yeah, that won't work like that. So that's
How
going
do
to
I
be.
wanna do this? How do I want to do
It actually does 38 points of damage to him from the stomp as bonus action. And how do I want to do it? It squishes it like a bug hitting windshield. So please remove crawl number 4 off of the table.
This is like the beginning of Men in Black with that bug.
Yeah.
Right onto the windshield.
So that is the giant stag beetle's turn. Rocky, you're up. We are currently here on the initiative chain. Crawl number 4 is dead.
He's gone.
Boy, how do you follow that?
That guy's having a bad day.
That guy did really have a bad day.
Are you taking one down? Take a sad song. Just to turn him around.
Does Fip have a turn order?
No, he's not actually in the combat. He's there, but he's not doing anything
Gotcha.
Why not?
because he's freaking out. He doesn't know what to do.
That's fair.
petrify. Reverse petrify.
All right, I will swing at the mage woman again with flanking. That's crit.
Ooh.
Okay. So as the crawl died, by the way, this is important. I forgot. I've never used this monster. You see the ground that you guys are in. It sort of almost looks like it absorbs the life essence that was left in the crawl. And then you see the energy sort of fill into the ground, and you see the same energy go up into the shaman, as it looks like it has like a temporary shield around it.
Well, that's cool.
This is gonna be
So
good for Divine Smite.
I gave that, so she gets that, and now you can deal with your crit because I'm sure it's gonna hurt.
I'm hoping because
I'm sure it's gonna hurt. It always does.
Better hope you're bulletproof because this about to hurt.
Poor Benji.
Let's get some
He didn't even get to do
Oh, you need
anything.
some D8s? I got some.
Don't give him any DH. That just means he's gonna hit my monster more.
Yeah, but like, you know, you had it coming.
I mean, I did.
You led me into this trap. and
I mean, I did petrify you guys last week. I feel like I had this one coming.
So I need what 8?
Jesus.
Here, I got more.
So many dice.
I feel like I'm missing.
I'm
spells.
kind of jealous. I never get to roll that many dice.
Paladin is dice.
All my new
simulator.
characters that you guys fight are just gonna be paladins. In fact, you guys are just gonna fight Boros the rest of the
Yeah,
campaign.
but I had to remove those from the game.
Boris
Bring
all
them
get
up,
mind
but
controlled,
no
and
way.
now all the paladins.
They're all
are
mind
against
controlled
us.
by the Golgari and the Demir, but they're all paladins
right.
still.
Yep.
So
You can have it. It just has to be within 2.
Okay, so second level is 3d8 plus the crit, which is another 3d8.
So
is it
gross.
a fiend, undead, or celestial?
it's a humanoid. Hold on. It is not.
Damn.
It's considered a monstrosity.
He said one thing. He changed it. Cheap bastard.
I'm pretty sure you said it was an undead earlier.
I don't think I said that it was.
You said that it wasn't undead.
It was definitely not undead.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Eyes are up here.
Because you used a divine sense on it.
Yeah,
You
you're
said it
hitting
wasn't
the
undead.
shaman. No, she's a humanoid.
Yeah,
She's an elf.
Yeah. Yeah, she's one of me.
I thought you were talking about the
Got all
crawls.
these critical role stuff out tonight.
I got a lot of cool stuff. Okay, they got a lot of good merch.
So 13 slashing
13 slashing.
plus 10, 15,
Don't
20,
these two up.
22 radiant.
Goodness.
Ouch. Yeah, that felt great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You dog. Wait, is this action?
Yeah, that's action. That's not that.
I did.
Second swing.
Second one.
24.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That hits.
Oh yeah, Cavs here.
8 slashing damage.
8 more. You got it.
And I am going to use. my reaction for Skrelvin.
Skrelvin.
Relevant.
Skrelvin to take a swing/shot. Is my ring? Is it an action to cast the heroism, or is it a bonus?
I believe it's
action?
like casting any other spell, yeah.
So action. Okay.
How'd you do?
20.
What are you hitting?
Shaman.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Of course. You know, like gotta break that shield on that bitch.
Yeah, it's
Well, the
not-
last hit that he did, yeah, that thing's gone.
Ooh, smoking. 11.
11.
Yeah.
Now you were saying last week that I could use my bonus action as another swing, or no? Because I did that with that shitty.
Only
sword.
if you are dual wielding
If
weapons.
you're dual wielding. Okay, cool. Then I
Because
believe-
everyone has 2-weapon fighting.
Mhm.
Just not everybody's proficient at 2-weapon
Yeah.
fighting or like good at it.
Yeah, I know I'm not.
Yeah, but like divine smite.
That'll end my turn.
All right. So yeah, Rocky, you lay into this thing and you inspire Elvin, and he lays into this thing, and she's looking weak.
Mm-hmm.
Crawl number 3.
I don't know which one that is.
It's the one over there.
Here?
It's gonna go over to Elvin. And it's going to attack at normal roll.
Oh my goodness, Elvin's like surrounded by everyone right
Let's
now.
do 15 to hit.
Yeah.
God, you guys suck. Yeah, that's
hit
gonna be
me.
it. It doesn't want to do anything else. Skriznet, you're up.
So the one went up behind Elvin. So if I come around the corner behind it, that gives me advantage flanking.
Mhm.
So I'm going to come up behind the one that just attacked Elvin, and I'm going to run up, like sneak back behind
Oh,
it.
God.
And I'm going to just grab it by its rear abdomen.
Okay.
The little thorax, and just cast shocking grasp.
That's gonna be on number 3. Yeah, go for it.
Chuck your
yeah.
butt on now.
We need to get a t-shirt.
That
Yeah,
would
that
be
is a
a
cheap t-shirt.
26.
Oh yeah, that hits. These guys actually have really decent armor class. You guys are just rolling really, really well on them.
12.
2 6s.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Roll
Yeah.
another one. Roll another one.
Shocking okay, yeah, 12.
12, you got it.
Goodness.
Yeah, it electrocuted it.
And then I want to. Does it get attacked since I'm flanking if I move back to where I was?
How long does that reaction thing?
Yeah, how long do they not get reactions?
Till their next turn.
Okay, so they have it.
So
They
he
have
has
their
not.
turn.
He has had a turn. He has a reaction. Yeah.
He does.
Yep.
So if I use my bonus action to,
Disengage.
Disengage?
Yeah, nah, you
Yep.
don't get to hit you.
so I'm gonna disengage, do bonus action, and go back around the
Yep.
corner. I'm gonna like bye bye.
Goblins are so cool. I love them.
I hate God.
So yeah, you see Skriznet come up and he grabs onto it with both hands. He's like, I'm gonna get the hang of this time, and like, yeah, he grabs the thorax and electrocutes the shit out of this thing.
And then head back.
Next up is Elvin. We are currently here on the initiative order.
Elvin wins, so you know. you know, it's too good not to do. I'm going to put Hex on the Shaman,
You got it.
on that bitch, and I'll use it at first level. I think I do the Hex. So I expend the right spells.
Is that considered a curse?
Indeed.
Here you go.
On the shaman.
Indeedio.
What's that?
And we're going to use also Handsome Scoffbog to beat. Oh, let's give her disadvantage on strength.
Okay.
Or, we'll do strength. She doesn't look that strong. She carries a staff.
Say that.
Getting her ass
That part is true. She
Oh,
she is getting her ass whooped.
advantage. Ooh, 21.
Yeah, 21 will hit.
Going to Vegas. Ooh, 11 plus an additional 3, 14 damage on the first swing.
Finish her off.
So, swinging into her. Fuck them kids. Smash her fucking head straight into the
Yeah.
floor.
She didn't even see it coming. You just
'Cause
beat up an
she's
old lady. How do you
blind.
feel about yourself? How do you feel about yourself, Elvin? You just beat up an old lady.
At least she was old, so
think
she
she
had a
did.
lot of her life to live.
You have one foot in the grave anyway.
Do you know how old you have to be in
Did
elf
all the
years
kids
to look
stop
like that?
Because I'm the new fucking King Bingley?
No.
Oh.
But you see that same sort of necrotic energy that was flooded into her now floods into the insectoid creature up at the top.
Oh, there.
Ah, I gotcha.
There takes 2 mates. All right, I will.
Wow. I rolled a 1. That means he gains 1.
Nice.
All right, so
Solid.
I'll instantly spin around towards the one at my back.
Yes, number
And-
3.
Like, you like what I did to your mother, bitch? I'll probably miss here.
These
That-
guys probably can't even speak
that
common.
one's
They're like,
not good. That's a 12.
That's a miss.
Oh, I'm gonna move Hex on him,
You
and
got
it
it.
will still be strength.
Is that a bonus action to move it?
I think I can move it after a creature dies, but I will confirm. You can keep going.
Okay. So that's going to
Let's put it on
be
for now,
you're done. Yes.
Yes.
Lizica, I believe you're up next.
all right. So I'm gonna move back.
The shaman is no
where-
more.
Target hits 0. You
I'm
can-
really excited. I got to
oh,
cast like one spell with
Just
her.
kidding.
That
I
was
dropped the
fun.
curse.
Drop the curse.
Well, she still had a cloud of daggers. She hadn't even tried to move
Oh,
out.
yeah,
of,
she was
so.
she was
Yeah.
doomed.
Sadly,
Yeah,
the
there was
curse-
no way because if she tried to move.
You have to use bonus action.
Okay.
Can you move it once the guy's gone though?
Correct, but it takes a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot Ray Frost at this guy.
Which guy?
The bug leader.
What's range?
It is 60 feet. I did the math. It's 50 feet from here.
Well, he's 60 feet in the air.
He's 60 feet in the air. Never mind. I'm gonna do firebolt then.
Why don't you fireball him?
Firebolt Why don't you fireball it? Because
It's gonna.
it's gonna land on you guys. No, it's not.
No, it,
60
it
feet?
explodes at the point of impact out.
Okay, let's do the math here.
It's a 20
Okay.
foot sphere and he's 60 feet up.
So that's 8d6.
Yeah, but it's gonna go out, right? Not down, unless you hit a ceiling or something.
Yeah. Well, how high is the ceiling?
You can't see it.
Okay, then never mind.
It's a corporate building.
Yeah.
We already discussed this. This is 50 feet in the air.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's actually 60 feet in the air,
Empire State Building.
I can do fireball.
which is why I
then.
brought the flight things out because it's important to know how high.
It's
up he
just that
is.
I don't know how good these guys' decks are, so I'll go ahead and do fireball.
Fireball.
Yeah. Dex.
I got a 17.
Okay. So that was horrible. So hopefully I get good damage. So he did pass.
Any damages?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean,
I just need one more.
nice.
That one was horrible.
Well, how you're rolling, I wonder why.
Stuck to my freaking hand. All right, 15, 16, 20,
74.
26, so 13.
13. You got it.
What else you gonna do?
Well, you're almost through his temporary HPs.
Exactly.
We're started.
All right,
I mean, you got to get somewhere, right?
here you go. I think that's all I can do. Let's see.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I can do.
So that is the end of the round. We're gonna go back to the top of the round, and that's gonna be Crawl Warrior number 1. which is the guy on the far right. He's going to attack Elvin with advantage, but disadvantage because of the cloak. So normal roll. Oh, so close to a crit, but it's a 6.
Based on the dice, you're not. You're a little. Oh, yeah, you're really close.
The caster up at the top is going to cast again. That's not the right spell. Okay, for some reason it saved that as the light spell, and it's not light.
The light spell.
It's actually blight, so I have to look that up.
That is a completely different spell.
Oh yeah, they're completed. But I was like, why can he only cast light one time per day? That's terrible.
Isn't that a cantrip?
It is a cantrip. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
But only once a day.
And he has dark vision. Why would he
Exactly,
even need
yeah.
to cast light?
Oh
Alright.
boy.
To help the homies out so they can see.
Yeah, all
You're
his
only thinking
bug
about
friends.
yourself.
I am thinking about myself.
All his bug and dark elf friends that can also see in the
Okay. So it is a 30-foot.
Blight is bad, by the way. As in, like,
What
bad
is
for
the
us.
range? I have to get closer to cast it though.
Well, for saving throws within 10 feet of me, you get +2. So
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna have to get a
that's
little bit
open.
closer. I have to be within 30 feet.
So probably down the.
So I get a saving throw?
So see, I am
Yeah,
currently
we're all gonna
60
need it.
feet up. He's gonna have to get down to at least here.
You get +2.
So
Too bad I
he's
don't
going
Ray of
to
Frost.
fly down to here. He's gonna cast blight, and then he's gonna move back up here after. And that would be all of his movement.
So, how high is he waiting now?
He is count the squares on the peg.
10, 15, 20. So he's up 20 feet in the air?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, those should each be
10?
yeah.
Okay, so
No, they're supposed to be. He was 60.
so wait.
He's 30 feet up.
Okay, 30. Okay.
Yep.
So now I can do Ray of Frost.
Yeah, he's a little closer. So I need Elvin to make a Constitution saving throw.
5.
That's not good. Your blight is like it's like 5d8 or something. It's like almost as much as a fireball.
Over here.
What do you need?
More
My
damage.
dice.
I have tons.
I got my own.
Wait, what? Oh.
Got your goofy and didn't want to sit in that.
I was like, oh no. I don't think one likes
So I'm Brian. You have my name saved in your phone as Bill Wang.
checks out.
It was different. And then I can.
Oh my god.
I saved it when.
That's funny.
I had somebody saved from like high school. I think it was. I don't even know who it is. It was like the quote from. I don't know how I even got brought up. It was like, "Our love is like the wind. Can't hear it, but you can." Or
That was the
You-
whole contact name.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. I don't even know who it is.
I had someone saved in my phone once as dude.
Dude.
The dude.
Not the dude. Just
I need you to take 43 points of necrotic damage.
I knew that was gonna hurt.
Okay.
Feel bad for all the plant life around it too.
So basically what happens is this thing washes necrotic energy from you and starts to drain the moisture from your body as the blight dries you out a little bit. Also, if it says if you actually target a plant or a magical plant, it has to make the save with disadvantage.
Yeah.
And the spell does maximum damage.
I was
to
looking
it.
at that spell earlier.
yeah, I was gonna say.
So-
Gav would be very
Is that
upset.
spell? I thought that spell was in a radius. Is it just single target?
No, it's a single target.
Okay.
It says over a creature of your choice within range, which is 30 feet. So, okay. That was his action. I feel like that was a pretty good action because I never get to use spellcasters, so that was fun. That's what it feels like to roll so many dice. He's good. Next up is going to be Crawl Warrior number 2. It's the one behind Elvin there. It's going to make an attack at normal since it doesn't get advantage. Not with a 7, it's not. The big horny bug here
Why is he boring?
is going to actually charge here and
You said
hit
it, not
this
me.
crawl number 2. It's going to try to hit with the gore attack. It moved at least 20 feet. 22 is going to hit. It does 23 points of piercing damage as it rams its horn all the way through this thing's chest.
I think I picked. Originally, I was gonna pick this guy. I'm
It
really
failed
glad I
its
picked
strength
that
saving
one.
throw, so it got knocked prone, and now it's going to attempt to stomp on it.
I am really glad I targeted
Crit.
this spell. Oh yeah,
Yep.
this is like a repeat of what
It
just
takes
happened.
50 points from the
Oh
stomp.
my god.
50. So it's dead.
Oh my god.
That's amazing. 1, 2.
Plus 14.
Yes, that was crawl number 2.
There you go.
Thanks.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, crit again.
He crit again on the stomp, did 50 damage on the stomp.
Also, Elvin just took like 43 necrotic damage.
All of us?
No.
Elvin.
That's his turn. Rocky, you are up. We are currently here on the initiative order. So crawl 2 is having a bad day.
I'm at 7. I got hit for 43.
Yeah.
So I'm really at 2. Temporary HP really coming in clutch.
Actually, worked out well.
Yeah, seriously.
It's all comes together.
It was like he knew.
Yeah. Especially with those two.
Hey, he's not wrong. You just 43 damage. It's not much.
So I'm gonna charge up, and can I squeeze past that wall to flank with?
This one?
Yeah. Don't know that
I
can
would
do
say
that.
no, because you'd have to move through its space.
You could probably get behind the one. You can get behind the other one.
Yeah, but
This is actually not here, so you could move around that and through it.
that's in the way of the beetle, though. I want to avoid that.
Okay.
Or run
so-
away from that guy.
So here, do a little pole
Run
vault
away.
over the top.
The pole vault.
I don't have the glaive anymore.
Yeah. What happened to it?
It turned into a sword of Peyrunes.
It turned into.
I'm gonna
melted by
swing
acid.
at that guy.
Ray's was like, hey, that acid guy that they were fighting in the sewers, can I use that guy in my game? I was like, yeah. He goes, will you send me the stat sheet on it? I said, yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
So, Ray's, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. And, or listening. We're shouting you out. So when he gets to this on the podcast, because that's where he listens, he'll be like, hey, they're talking about me.
Yeah, it's true.
He's our friend.
That hits 23 to hit and 15 slashing damage.
On which thing?
The one between the beetle and me and Elvin.
I don't know which number crawl this is. This one.
number
2.
3,
Three.
and that one's
Three.
number 1.
Okay,
Okay.
I got you. I'll remember
So
now.
15 on 3,
Okay.
and then swing number 2. Does this go away if I use it and I fail?
Yep.
You can do it. I don't know what their armor
You
class is.
can do it.
What's the D? Is it a D4?
D6.
D6.
I rolled a 10, so
I think you need at least a 6 or a 5. You got it.
part of the cards.
Here we go. You got a 1 with
11 to hit.
An 11?
on the crawl.
That is a miss.
Yep. Son of a
Oopsies.
bitch.
Why would you waste a bardic
Why would you do that?
So I'm going to use my bonus action to take the greater healing potion.
Okay.
Nice.
That's what, 44?
Yep. 44 plus 4.
I wish I had one.
You have a greater? You have a greater?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'm so thirsty.
How much? What is it?
44.
44. I heard 44.
Yeah, here we go.
No, that's what it does.
We make crabs fly.
It's stuck. They don't get used that
Oh, they're
much.
both 4s, so I'm just going to count that.
Actually, okay, there you go.
Wow, whoever made that. I think you rolled every number.
2, 4, 7, 11 healing.
11 healing. You got it.
Wish I had 11 healing right now.
You should stop getting hit.
Yeah, it's true.
I got hit by a spell. It's not fair.
Dude, it's awesome. I never get to use spells on you guys. You guys always kill them really fast because you guys are good at this game.
Hey, it helps that he's flying, so most of our melee.
It's not metagaming. I either miss with the spell completely, you make the save, or I don't even get to do my turn.
I feel like you gave every option on how the spell casting works.
Hideous that.
And that will end the turn.
All right. We are here in the order. So crawl number 3 is the one to.
This one.
Yep, I believe it's still near Elvin. It's
Yep.
going to make another strike on Elvin at normal.
Was it the kids?
It might have
It
been.
was
You did
definitely
just
the
kill
kids'
their
mother.
mother. Does a 16 hit you? I lied. It's 15. No? Okay. So this thing takes a spear stab at you. You are hanging on by a thread. That's going to be it for its turn. Skrizny, you're up. Elvin, you're on deck.
So Skriz is like, well, that worked the first time. So he goes up behind it again, and he casts Shocking
would-
Grasp.
I would be careful. This guy, the beetles here.
It'll be fine.
That's up to you. I'm just giving you.
He doesn't. Skrizny doesn't care.
He doesn't even see the beetle.
So
Yeah, I know.
He probably doesn't. He's very focused on the guy he just
I
electrocuted.
get advantage. Okay, so that's
Good.
a 21. Okay,
21
it's
hits.
rolling good for me. 21 hits.
Oh, yeah.
2d8.
2d8. A little 2d6 last time. If you want to use
No,
man,
no, he
I
just
rolled
landed
these.
2 sixes.
It just landed on 2
So-
sixes.
I thought the same thing.
Oh yeah. I
8.
forgot.
Finish it off.
Ooh, nice. Dead.
As he goes to shock it, he actually does give it the shocker, and he finds the wherever the anus is and sticks a finger in there.
Well, it's actually the spot where the eggs come out.
Yeah, so he
Oh,
just
gross.
shoots it. His hand goes in there, and he's just like, and just gives it like an internal shocking grasp, like he just gave it a rectal exam and just shocked right.
You guys see electricity start going through the thorax. It runs up through its
And you just-
head.
I think you see like it bust up like
Oh,
the
yeah.
top of its head.
Oh, definitely. This bolt of lightning just shoots up out of the top of the bug, and its thorax explodes from the force of the electric shock. Good job.
So that would pull him out of combat, so I could move back where I was at, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So as I'm running back
There you go.
to
Thanks. I'm really glad I got to use these minis, though. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. No, they do look cool.
I bought these back in August. I didn't know when we were going into the
That's fair.
underground.
That's fair.
as I'm heading back around the corner, I turn around and I look at Elvin and I go, "You ain't going to die today." and,
You ain't going to die today.
and I cast 3rd level healing word
You
on.
got it.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Damn.
10.
I'm glad it rolls good for
10.
some people.
No pluses? Yeah, you get plus, don't you?
Oh yeah, plus 4. 14.
14's pretty good for a bonus action.
Yeah.
I am so happy.
I am so good.
So yeah, I'm back around the corner
All
with
right.
my coverage.
Now, is Shocking Grasp a cantrip?
Yes.
Okay.
I was talking to Bill about
Okay.
that before I did.
Okay, just making sure. I thought it was, but no, I don't know anyone that's ever played with it in a really long
Rob
time.
didn't
So.
correct you. You're fine.
Elvin, you're up.
You cannot do that.
Sounds good. Sorry. I apologize. So Elvin will. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. All right, so I'm going to look straight at the crab-looking thing,
Mhm.
and just whisper into Scofflog. I should have listened, and I'll do Hexblade Curse on it.
Okay.
So the beetle, this one?
Yes.
So that does not do damage, so it doesn't get to do the save.
Correct. Okay. So I
Assuming
will
what you're gonna then
do
take
next,
a
though.
swing
Damage.
at
crawl number 1.
One. Yeah, it's
Okay.
the one left. Well, besides the leader one.
21.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Oh wait, go ahead.
Nice.
That's 4, 5.
5. You got it.
Second attack.
Do you add the Hexblade curse?
No, because it's on the crab.
Got it.
So 18.
18 hits.
Nice. One more than last time.
6.
6 more. You got it.
That's all I got.
Nice.
Okay, so feeling empowered, feeling a little rejuvenated,
How you doing?
knowing that he ain't gonna die.
You ain't going to
He makes a couple strikes on the crawl warrior. It's gonna go to Lizica now.
Okay. I'm gonna move up here so I can get in range, and I'm gonna use Ray of Frost on this guy so he can't get any further,
You got it.
or attempt to make it so he can't get any further away. Well, by that much. Okay, so I'm gonna do that twice. 17
On who?
on the leader bug.
That misses.
Then a 21 for the second one.
21 hits.
Almost
Okay.
got that like shield thing whenever something else. dies.
2d8. Okay, so it does 11 frost damage, and then
Yeah, who does?
its movement speed is reduced by 10 feet.
On the leader looking guy?
Yep.
So 11. You got it.
And it's slower.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And that's my turn.
Top of the round, layer action.
Oh,
Layer action.
You didn't think it was gonna be that easy, did you?
I call it bullshit. I've killed 6 motherfuckers.
That's true. You did.
And
You-
one shocking grab.
You have killed a few guys. That is
We
factual.
shocked the nation. Man.
I have to pull up my
We are
layer
the Cinderella
action.
Florida Kidneys. We are the Florida Gulf Coast of Ravnica.
So within a 60-foot. Basically, I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Whoever's within 10 feet of me gets +2. I think it's just Elvin.
just all of them. 11 for me. Doesn't sound very high, so probably not good.
Jesus.
Sounds like we all failed. I don't know about Elvin, but that looks like a 2 from here.
How'd you do? Fail.
11.
Fail.
10.
Fail.
I also got 11.
Petrified.
Fail.
We're all petrified.
That was last week's adventure.
Ravnica over.
So you see these tendrils of creeping
God.
fungi that reach out from the plant life and the ground and where the bug like came busting out. Each creature in the area that is not allied with the Golgari, which is none of you guys, you are restrained.
Yay. That's a good.
That's it. That wasn't that bad. You're just restrained as these vines kind of wrap around you.
Yeah, it's just not that bad.
Well, it's not like you guys took damage.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, so that's their layer action. We're gonna go to crawl 1. He is going to make an attack on Elvin.
The vines come up and
16 to hit.
Does he still have pack magnets?
14 to hit.
Got him.
Yeah, he does not have pack tactics
Second.
anymore. Next up is the caster at the top.
The greatest player in the world.
I'm glad you remembered.
Well, I'm at a very killable HP, so I remember everything now. I'm getting serious.
now we paid
It
attention.
is going to shoot a beam of green, sickening-looking energy at Rocky. It's going to be a spell hit.
Oh, that's terrible.
We said I should rain. Oh, we had 2 lemon.
That is a 12.
12 just misses.
Okay. So this green bolt just shoots basically right over top of your head.
Was it
And
disintegrate?
it was not.
Everybody
it,
felt that way.
it was not.
I was like,
This
fuck
guy's
that.
only an 8th level spellcaster. They don't get disintegrate,
Only?
Ray.
No, my bubble.
Well, that was pretty good.
That's
I
going to
don't
be.
know.
He is going to fly basically almost all of his move back up to the top.
Is that
Top
enough
platform.
with his
Yep.
minus move speed?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
So
all the
now he's
further.
60
That's
feet?
actually all the further he can move.
60 feet.
That's all he's going to move. Yeah, he's now back at
Okay.
60 feet
5, 10.
because he was at 30. His max. No, I'm sorry. He can't move quite up that high. He is at 45 feet.
45. Okay.
Your tower's only like 30 feet.
I know. I didn't want to put too many up there because Rob kept hitting.
Oh, I
it
would have
and-
definitely knocked it completely
It's
over at this
fine.
point if there was.
Plus, I haven't used them before, so I wasn't
fair,
sure. I
that's fair.
thought I had enough. I didn't. I was counting them as 10s. They're actually 5s.
It's
So
okay.
now I'm doing weird math. It's fine.
Now they're like
bug thing.
Oh god.
It's not going to get to do the charge. Oh wait, it can back up, which it's going to do. It's going to back up, and then it's going to move forward 20 feet, charging straight at Elfin because it looks at everything as an enemy.
Take a attack of opportunity. Whack him.
Wow, that is a terrible. Does a 14 hit you? Oh wait, I have to roll that at disadvantage, don't I?
Yeah, that's right.
14 was the worst roll. So you're able to dodge out of the way as this thing tries to gore you with its horn. That's all it gets to do because it didn't hit you. Rocky, you're up. We are currently here on the initiative.
Well, I'll use my action to break the grapple or attempt to.
Okay, that's going to. Let me see what you have to get on. Let's see if there's anything special for it. So
Or is it just action and you break it?
it might be action. You break it. That's what I want to make sure of.
What are these starbursts?
It's a strength check.
Strength check.
Mhm.
Sounds good for Rocky.
But it will take your action to do it.
24.
You rip through these things like Lou Ferrigno. You kind of turn a little green and go "Argh!" as you do it. So you are no longer restrained.
All right, so I'm gonna get a little froggy here.
Well, you might as well leap.
Exactly. I'm gonna go behind the ass end of the bug, and I'm gonna try and mantle it. Jump up there.
Okay, I'll
climb up
say
there.
either athletics or acrobatic, whichever one you prefer.
We're gonna go with
I have a DC in my head. It's not terribly high.
It's just a matter of dice can get that high.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
15.
Yeah, you get up there.
Nice.
All right, so I will kind of plant on the top of it there, and just kind of hang out.
Okay, I like it.
This is my friend now.
I don't think I have.
So your action was to break out of the. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's all they get you.
All right,
I have a good bonus. I'm looking at spells here real quick. Ooh, I'm gonna take out a small little like mirror, like it would be on a chain necklace. I'm gonna throw it and hit Elvin with it, and then cast Sanctuary on him.
Is that an action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay. What does that even do? I've never seen you cast that, so that's
yeah.
exciting.
I mean, that's so basically, anytime something attacks him, it needs to succeed a Wisdom saving throw, or it needs to attack something else.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. That's pretty cool.
That's actually kind of like my reaction thing.
Yeah, it does not protect you from area effects, and then if the warded creature attacks an enemy, casts a spell that affects that enemy, or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends.
Okay. Well,
So once you
Pretty
attack on your
cool.
turn, it'll go away.
all right, Skriznet.
Oh fuck, your turn too.
You're up.
Whoops.
That could have been better.
Go, Skriz. Your turn.
All right. So
We are here.
I'm grappled.
Mhm.
I'm right there on the corner.
You're restrained.
restrained, and I can see the one flying up at the top, right? The
Yep.
leader bug.
Yep.
So I'm going to point at it and use from my insignia Chaos Bolt,
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, seems good.
And that'd be a 21.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, and then I roll 2d8. So if I roll, I can pick one, and I pick the damage.
Well, you roll 2d8s.
And then if they're both the same, then I can make a reflective one.
Yeah, so
That
the
one.
2d8s they actually count towards the damage.
Yes.
And if they match, it can bounce.
Yes.
Nice.
It's 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
Per level. Yeah.
So
Like above the whatever the normal.
I'm at first level.
Got it.
So
So it's 2d8 plus 1d6. My one sorcerer casts this a lot. I'm getting really good at how this spell works. It's cool too. It's very cool.
It is cool. I read a little bit too.
oh my god, I looked at the 2 5s there.
That's how you do.
um
So you get to pick between the two d8s which damage type you want it to
I
be.
got 13 damage. And I'm going to.
Cast bolt.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do. Let's do lightning damage.
You got it. So after you got the whole shocking grasp thing in, you lob this
Is either lightning or fire.
blob of chaotic, malleable energy. It lobs up into the air and launches at the very end after it releases from your hands like a bullet. Hits this thing, and right before it makes contact, it turns into this like storm cloud, and a lightning bolt just jaggedly shoots through this thing. Go ahead and roll your damage. 13, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
It didn't kill it, but it was cool.
Okay. That's fine.
It's super cool. Yeah, I like Chaos Bolt. That was your action. You still have bonus action and movement.
Now, can I use my bonus action of disengage to try to break away from
The spellcaster.
from the grapple?
Nope.
No. Okay. Then I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration
You got it.
on. Let's go with Elvin this time.
All right. Elvin, you're up. You are inspired, and you have Sanctuary.
All right, so I will use my action to break the grass.
Here.
Okay. It's a DC strength check.
Shit, I'm so bad at strength. All right. Ooh, nice, 19.
Yeah, yeah. You rip through like Lou Ferrigno, feeling inspired by watching Rocky do it. You're like, I can do that.
I will take Scoffbog, touch it up to my chest. And you kind of see this hand crawl up on my shoulder, give me Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Nice. So Sanctify will stay. That's my bonus action.
Bonus
and,
action is Shield of Faith. You got it.
And my action is already used to break the grass.
Yep.
I'm not gonna. Is it within 5 feet of the cursed creature?
What is?
The other bug guy.
Other crawl?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, they're within 5.
All right.
That thing is considered a large creature or a huge
Okay.
creature. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna try to slide to the opposite side to get out of range of the other crawl.
So
Yeah, I'm sliding out here.
over here.
Yep.
It's
so-
going to make an attack of opportunity against you.
Let's do the wisdom save.
That's fine.
You just right here or
I got a 14 on the wisdom save,
saves.
and this is going to be at. I rolled 5.
Yeah, that's it.
The app either rolls 20s or it rolls like
Yeah,
1s. It doesn't
that's-
do anything
That's it for me.
else. All right, so that's Elvin's go. Lizica, you're up.
All right. Now this guy's out of range for most stuff. I'm gonna do fire bolt twice on this guy.
You got it.
Fireball's way better. Call yourself a wizard.
That one misses.
Fireball.
17.
That's the only.
17
spell I
misses.
use.
Wow. Goodness. Okay.
I mean, why would
Then
you
that's my
fire
turn.
another spell?
Because I can't move. So
Yeah, these guys actually have pretty good AC.
yeah. Because their dex is probably really good.
I like
We're gonna-
the orange one.
We're gonna go to top of the round. There's no sewer pipes, so I can't use that layer action. It's gonna be Crawl Warrior number 1. It is going to fly down this way towards Rocky.
Hey, Rocky.
It's gonna get behind him in an attempt to get flanking.
Rocky's on top of
I'm,
the
yeah, I'm
bug.
on top of the- on my
Oh
way.
my god. This thing can fly though, so it wouldn't matter.
It's gonna be above you.
But I rolled 2 3s
Oof.
That's gonna miss.
with advantage,
You know
plus force of 7.
That
so
equals-
you're rolling like smush does when he
I'm
gets
I'm
advantage.
terrible, doing terrible tonight. That's it for him. The caster at the top is going to. It doesn't have too many more spell slots left. It's got one more of that, but it's got to get close to you to use it. It's gonna try to shoot that green ray at you again.
Me?
Yeah, it's gonna just try. Probably won't hit, but we'll try.
20. Negative.
Yeah, so 7. I think we determined last round is not gonna hit. So it shoots right past you behind it on the ground. That's going to be its turn. The little bug, well, I should say the big bug, is going to attempt to turn around and attack. Its base is this way. It's the most sense would be for it to turn and try and hit Elvin, since it's attacking indiscriminately.
Yep.
So it's going to attempt to hit Elvin. It can't charge at you, so that's good.
Wisdom save.
You put me on its ass.
A wisdom save. I'm sorry. It got a 16 on the wisdom save, and now it's going to attack you at disadvantage. 17.
Yes.
Hate you.
Feel the fate.
Hate you so much. You got a 26 on the first roll and then a 17, so it's all good. So that's going to be its turn. Rocky, you are up. Skriznet, you're on deck.
So my movement, like I moved kind of with the beetle.
Mhm.
Sure.
Did the fly guy move out
I
of
feel
my
like
5
he
foot
more.
range?
I feel like he more pivoted the beetle, so he's still right above you.
Yeah, he's like hovering.
Yeah,
He's like right there.
because
I
the beetle
will-
didn't move; he just pivoted.
I'll swing at the guy who's flying at me.
Okay, you got it.
25.
That hits.
Nice.
9 slashing.
9 slashing. You got it.
Una más. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
12 slashing.
Finish it off.
Hot dog style through the middle of the body.
Nice.
So dark. I love it.
Hot dog considered a sandwich?
There you
It's
go.
considered
Or did
2
you just corn
pieces
dog
now. Yeah, it's like a hoagie.
Yeah, killing all my bug friends.
And then I will use my reaction ability that I have been using, Elvin, to swing at Beetle
You got it.
or to swing at whoever he likes if he wants.
Elvin, you are able to use your reaction to make an attack.
Ew, I'll swing at the beetle.
But you will lose your sanctuary.
Okay.
To do so.
Now, do I have many? Since you're on top of him,
I'm not
he's
sure.
Mounted on him.
Yeah, I'd say so. I said it's like basically flanking.
Sweet baby raise.
Well, because he's on the back and you're on the front, so.
I get a +3 to my attack as well. Oh my god,
that's
it's
pretty good.
It's going. Wait.
Yep.
Wait.
Button's not on.
Whose job was it to turn
God
the
damn
button
it.
on?
There we go.
Alright, so that's a crit.
Yep.
Because 18's crit.
18's crit.
Yeah,
mine.
with the scoff fog.
Broken.
18, 19, and 20
Yep.
all crit.
What do you want me to do? He made the weapon. Maybe
On
you
the
should-
plus side, he probably will never have any other weapon for the rest of the
It's
game.
true. Yeah.
So
I told him that if I feel it's becoming problematic, we already talked about it. We're going to lower that down to a 19 and 20.
I can find shit.
Nice.
Um,
Shit.
All right, so it's +6. Okay. So ew, that's kind of gross. 9 +6, 15. Yeah, 15 damage
On the
first-
giant bug,
yes.
you got it.
He can make an intelligence save for his
You got an 8.
so he still has it.
Okay.
That's half of what he needed.
That's your
Yeah.
first
Well, I mean,
attack.
if this
That's
guy
my
comes
reaction.
down because
That was your reaction.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, that was his reaction. It's true.
cool.
I think Grizz's turn.
Skriznet, you're up.
Let me
Works
see.
once, let's do it again. I got 2 more charges.
Nice.
Chaos Bolt to the same guy.
You got it.
And that
Ooh,
would
that's pretty good.
be a 22.
That does hit.
I like how he's got. The,
Oh, so close.
I like how he's got the dice ready. He's just like
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
easy 3D.
It'd be 19 damage. Let me see what kind of damage it is. An 8 or 7 would be. It's either going to be psychic or thunder. Let's go with psychic.
Psychic.
damage.
Okay. So again, you see Skriz. He holds this ring out and throws this other again chaotic orb of malleable energy, and it launches like a bullet again. Only this time, the orb itself disappears, and then the next thing you see is this like ray of purple energy shoot through the back of this thing's skull. blood starts to pour from its eyes and from its nose area as
Insect
this thing
blood.
takes some psychic damage. That one hurt, but it's not like almost dead. I don't want to like make you feel like it's almost dead, but that one hurt. Yeah, that one felt good. Anything else from you, Skriz?
We're gonna go with second level. What are you at?
21 on 45.
We'll go. I'm gonna use my last second level spell, healing word, and basically just
Chaos Bolt is not a cantrip.
oh, that's right. Never
Yeah.
mind then. Forget
Okay.
that then. I need that one back. And I will give bonus or bardic inspiration to Rocky. Oh no,
Does Bardic
No,
carry
it,
over to other people?
it counters or it carries over.
Yeah, as far as I know, it does.
Yeah. You just can't give double to same
Yeah.
person.
I can't get it to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
No.
Plus
So-
12.
You can't get all the bardic
Yeah.
inspirations.
That's 5 Bardics. That's my fourth.
I'm really
They go up to
inspired.
D8.
He's the best musician ever. It's the only music I listen to.
The next
Alright.
level is up to a D8.
I think if I go to fifth level bard, I think it was a D8.
Okay, Elvin, you are up. Lizica, you're on deck.
Yeah, I'm going to my next level.
All right, so for my final pack slot, I'm going to do Armor of Agatha.
Mhm.
Yeah. Gives me. Oh wait, never mind. Not gonna do that one. I'll do Hex.
You got it.
So I'm gonna drop Shield of Faith
Okay.
because of that,
Hex on Mr. Beetle.
and I will give him fails on intelligence saves. Disadvantage on. So with advantage, first swing.
Rings on his horns.
He's very colorful.
Must be the one he gave me earlier.
That's the one again. Oh man.
It's actually only a 3-sided dice. It only has 1s, 2s, and 3s on it.
Yeah. We can tell.
That's pretty bad. 12.
On
The beetle.
that was the attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. That misses. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a 2 and a 4.
And then so it misses. Okay,
Okay.
it didn't take damage.
That's better. 17.
17 hits.
Plus 3 more, so that's 15 plus 19.
19. You got it.
Yeah.
So that is your action. You still have bonus action and movement.
No, bonus action's done.
This one?
Oh, I'm
that
good.
one, yeah.
I'm done.
It can retry
Alright,
its
who's up?
disadvantage intelligence save
Who's
again
up?
for once.
Leaderbug's up.
Lizica's up.
I'm
Oh,
up.
let's go. Sorry, my bad.
Magic missile.
Yeah,
second level.
we're here.
I'm gonna do it on the leader bug.
You got it. Seems like a good spell in this situation.
So 6, 7 plus 4. So
He feels like this
11
worked on the Gorgons. It will probably work here.
11 force damage on the crawl boy guy. thing.
The big one.
Yeah, the leader.
You got it.
Try and get that one out of the air.
It did not knock it down,
I didn't,
but you did punch some holes in its wings.
I'm trying. I can't move still, so
Okay.
chilling
That's going to go to the top of the round. There is no sewer pipe, so it can't do that layer action. It's going to
Sewer pipe was a dumb shit on.
kinda.
unleash shit. That is what the abilities do.
The turd monster.
Okay.
The shit golem.
Shit golem.
It's going to use its final cast of this for the day. It's going to shoot that green beam at you.
Okay. I'm going to use. First of all, can it be charmed in any way? Does it have immunity to charm?
Normally, yes, but you killed all of its friends.
Okay, so then I'm going to use my reaction to make it randomly attack somebody else. If it fails a wisdom save,
I'm talking about the priest.
I'm going to use my reaction to because of my instinctive charm.
That's a reactionary spell.
Yep. Well, it's not
Wi-
a spell. It's an
wisdom save?
ability. Yeah.
It got a 4.
So it failed. So it can attack somebody else randomly.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got him.
I have to attack randomly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So roll a d.
As long as they're
roll it-
within range.
Roll a d4.
I got a 2.
Okay, that's the beetle.
Nice.
Because I just went 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right, good spell. If it hit me, I was gonna complain, but
It only got a 5 on the spell attack, so
Okay. Damage is damage. Would have killed me.
That's its turn. The other thing is going to attempt to attack whoever's closest to its face.
So probably
Disadvantage does a 17 hit you.
It does.
You take 21 points of piercing damage as this thing rams its horn into you.
I'm so glad this is the thing that I controlled on earlier.
I fall to the ground.
Did I get you?
Yeah. He always rolls the exact number. Every time. It's always the exact one.
At least it's not double your max hit points.
The thing is now going to turn.
So Rocky's still on his back.
going to turn and move towards Skriz and Liz.
Okay. So now we're fucked because we can't move.
Yep, it's right there.
Why can't you guys move? You guys
We're still restrained in the
That's why you
vines.
break it.
That's
Oh
its
yeah, with my
turn.
minus
Rocky,
one
you're up.
Strength.
Come on, Rock, do something.
Skriznet, you're on deck.
Yeah.
Oh, the guns. Hey, the king's back.
Oh, that drops his things too. He's dead, or he's unconscious. So
He's not dead.
he's unconscious.
Not yet.
I'm trying not to knock over everything.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I'm gonna do what I do best, I guess. There's not really much more else I could do. So I'm still on his back, so I got flanking with like Skrizzy right now.
Yep,
I will swing.
you got it.
This was Scoffog. We would have critted. If not, it's
Yeah,
a 27.
That hits.
Why you gotta make fun of me? I'm dead.
Unconscious. There's a
Easy,
difference.
easier target. 13 slashing.
13 slash, and you
we'll
got it.
pump a first level Divine Smite.
Nice.
Seems good.
So that is an additional 12 radiant.
You hit so hard. Finish it off.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Hey, do I?
You guys hadn't hardly done any damage to it until
I
the
thought it
last
was
couple
gonna
rounds.
Take a lot
Yeah, I
more, so
know.
I started using Divines.
It had exactly 11 hit points left when you hit it for the 12 radiant. So
Yes.
it still had a lot, but you did a lot. So
So I like to think, like, as it's starting to charge towards Skriz and Liz, that I kind of jumped in the air with the sword and pointed the sword face down and kind of slammed my other hand to go through
Nice.
the beetle. And I'm kind of in midair as it runs, and its own force, like, pushes the sword through its body.
nice.
Hot dog style.
Couldn't have done
As
it.
it's sliding coming towards you, Skriz is against the
We're just like stuck
Elvin
here.
like get run over and it's coming towards us like
Yeah, so, like,
Yeah,
one,
it's like both of us are like that.
yeah, one half is, like, on the other side of Skriz, and the other
like
half
gnawing at
is...
the vine.
Could do this a little faster.
We can
Just
do.
use the bonus action. They can shoot their crossbow at it.
Is your lay of hands an action to do?
Yeah.
I figured it worth a shot.
Yeah, just kill this guy.
I
You
looked
guys
at
don't
it.
need me. I'll make death save.
Um,
It's fine. No, I'm being dead. I'm being dead serious.
That's worked out so good in the
I'm being
past.
dead serious. I'm ready for my death save. I want to see what dice kills me.
Are you
Well,
done? or
I
you still
certainly
going?
can't do anything
I'm,
unless
I'm kind of looking right now to see if there's anything I can do. So I'm not. I don't think I'm proficient in medicine to stabilize. That's action, anyways.
I'm not either.
Clear.
He just hit me in my junk.
Yeah, and I will use my reaction for Skriz to make a melee or to make a weapon attack at another
Nice.
target.
You got it.
Get him. Sink him.
I'll shoot the crossbow
You got it. Go ahead and make a crossbow attack.
and I'll use one of the fire bolts.
Oh, the ones that explode. Oh,
That'd be a 17.
That's not
17
the
will hit.
for me.
17 does hit.
Oh, and that guy, no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I thought you hit the
Hey,
big
I was
beetle.
like, wait a minute.
I was like, oh wait, he killed the big beetle.
I was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
Didn't hit that time. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing else I could do. I'll just kind of go and stand by Elvin, kind of shield him from other spells from this big bastard.
You got it.
Nice. All right.
Skriznet, it's your actual turn.
How far away is he? 60 feet?
He's 60 feet in the
He's 60 feet in
air.
the air, so 60 feet plus however many squares he's away from you.
So it's probably closer to like
divided by
70.
Well, then we're just going to use the last one.
Okay, last
Chaos
charge of
Bolt.
Chaos Bolt.
Ooh,
And that would be a 25.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Crits with Scofflaw.
So 14 damage.
14 damage.
And it's going to be. This was the last one. 5 or a 3. We're going to do lightning damage again.
All right, same effect. Orb goes through, shoots out like a bullet, and another bolt of lightning rips through this thing's, actually right through its chest area and thorax, and blows it out. Finish it off.
Nice.
So you see,
It had
as
a
he
ton
breaks
of
his last
temp
thing, the
HP.
crackle of lightning surrounds his fist and kind of runs up him, and you see it like crackle in his eyes as he shoots forward, and he shoots the lightning like right towards the chest of it. And did the vine still hold us?
It's from the land itself.
Okay.
It wasn't like a spell.
So yeah, as he's shooting this off, this lightning's like running. You see like the sparks coming off his teeth and in his eyes as he shoots the last lightning bolt off.
Nice.
All right, yeah, no, nice job on the encounter. That's gonna be a death of the crawl priest. He had a ton of temp HP from the deaths around, which is why it was so hard to kill him. He actually didn't have a lot of HP, but he probably gained almost 50 temp HP. So,
Boy.
but you guys have survived the wild Golgari crawl encounter. Not quite a random encounter. I planned it, but
You're welcome.
so that is going to be tonight's session. Without getting into too much more stuff, you guys have survived.
Side one.
Oh wait, no, you are still down. I'm not going to leave it there.
I would use 1 healing point of land.
You got it. If not, we're going to make you start rolling some death saves.
That's all you get.
1, 2.
3, and you're
I'm
dead.
actually all 3 up. 10,
Nice.
10,
Oh,
13.
wow.
Well, no,
Don't
you're
use that
well,
one
you're
point.
actually stabilized.
I'm stabilized.
You're at 0 though still.
Okay, I'll use the 1 point.
All right, so you have 1 HP, and we will leave with you with 1 HP.
Nice.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. We'll be back next week as we travel a little bit further into the Undercity and try to find out what's going on with these Gorgons and some other things like that. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it, and we will see you next week.
I gotta walk all the way over to the computer. You do have to do that.
You got to do that part. That's the important part.
He didn't do too bad today.
Yeah, they did a lot better for you than they like